everyone. Cha 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 cha. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Darachat. Yes, my name is Daramouthe, or Dara for short, because unfortunately, people still call me Daramouthe, and English, even for the English-speaking people, does not always work out so well. But anyway, beyond that point, how are you all doing tonight? Yes, I know my guest is not yet here. They said they were setting up, so we'll see. We'll see where they're at. But I'll keep an eye on things and hopefully they'll come in. But anyway, how are all of you, beautiful, beautiful people out there? I know for some of you it's still wretchedly cold and wretchedly awful, and for some of you the sun is shining, and it's 60-degree weather. So there you go. Luckily for me, I was in the 60-degree, sort of 60. No, it was 50. It was 50 degrees. But regardless, it was a nice day today. Every day you're alive is a beautiful day, and I'll take that with what it is. Um, but the point of the matter is, I am glad you're here, and of course, I know some of you are more for the lady who's coming on, but I digress. The point of the matter is that we're gonna have a fun time regardless, and I will be glad to have her back on because she. It's been a while since I have had LibbyG back on, and that's right. Her name's LibertarianGoth, but I call her LibbyG because it's just quicker that way. LibbyG, I you know, she's like. She's all right. She's a good egg. I think I've only had her on. I think this is her second time. Yes, I do think this is her second time. So, but yeah, I'll see if she's coming or not. But yeah, while we're waiting for her lovely face, you'll be stuck with me. That's right. And then everyone leaves. uh, Oh man, I just love having fun with this. But yes, it has been quite some time since I had her on. I think I had to look up. See, I think the weird thing was I had to look up how long it was. And I think the last time I know it was last year because she came on last year. Because again, last year was 2024, and I really didn't start bumping this thing off until like 2023. And yeah, and well, no. I apologize. I really didn't stop bumping this thing off until mid 2024. So April of last year is when I really started bumping off. But I did have sporadic people on during like the early 2024 and later 2023. Um, but the point of the matter is that um, it's always nice to have people you've had on once before. Some people, well, it's difficult enough just to get them on. Other times it's just you don't know what's going on, and trying to reach out to them on all that stuff requires um, patience and all the other stuff, or maybe sometimes they just don't want to come back on again. And yeah, and it's a sucky thing. All right, but oh, there she is. Don't tell her I told you anything. All right, it's bad. It's bad. She'll start throwing stuff at me. You know how it hurts. You know how it hurts when a goth girl throws stuff at you. It's awful. It's like dodgeball, but without the balls. It just stings. And she's an artist, so there's that. She throw like pencils, maybe some scissors. Scissors are dangerous. Don't want those. Paints, like I said, paints, like maybe different kind of paintbrushes. I think the ones that really hurt are the ones that can poke your eye out, but they all can do that. So there's that too. Um, let's see. What else? What else? Well, I know she works digitally, so she could be throwing her tablet at me. No, I don't think that would be the case. If someone throws a very expensive tablet at you, they might be the idiot because if you're doing all your work on a tablet like a Wacom, I think it's called a Wacom. Wacom. It sounds like I'm saying I'm a Pac-Man. Wacom Wacom. They eat the Wacom tablet or whatever. I know some people. I think you could. Some people use the iPad too, right? Like the iPad that can be used for drawing stuff. I know. I tried looking up once of how much that pencil, that Apple Pencil would be, and it's heavily expensive. Okay. It's heavily expensive to get one of those like Apple pencil thingies, and you can only get them for the tablet. You can't get them for your phone, which is ridiculous. I should be able to get one for my iPhone at a cheaper price, but it is what it is. Or I think they only go to a certain. They only go to maybe they only go to a certain iPhone. Maybe it's higher up, like 16 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that it'd be nice to have that little thing. I know, right? Oh, it's more Apple stuff. Oh. Yeah. All right, we get you. I hear you. Okay, I hear you. But at the end of the day, dealer's choice, right? Dealer's choice. So, do what you do. You want to do Android, that's fine. But don't come crying to me when Google just as much sells you out as Apple does. So there you go. It's like being sold on two rivers. Which one do you want to be sold out on? You want to be sold on that river or the other river? Okay. But yeah, I thought about getting one of those. I had that thought one point to getting one of the minis, like one of the iPad minis. But I mean, it's still so expensive. My phone, this one, right? My iPhone cost me because I bought it through T-Mobile because that's who I'm with. My iPhone cost me a little over $530, and of course it's the red color, right? So this is product red, and it costs a little more with product red because it's product red. It's sort of like the first aid or something like that. I can't remember. And but I mean, obviously the color red is my favorite, so I'd want to get something with that. It's been like space age gray, silver moon, silver, or something to that effect, right? You get I did get gold rose, no, rose gold. That's right. I did get rose gold once. That was an alright color. I like the shimmeriness of it. Pink, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, rose is like rose, unless you do like a pink rose. That's a totally different ordeal in itself, though. And then, what colors they have? I think they have a blue one, but I'm not too sure what that one's called. Um, let's see. Yeah, and I used to have the old iPod. The one that's like the disc in it had like the little platter disc and all that stuff. If you hit a bump, that thing would skip. All right, that was not a fun time. That was not a fun time. I'm trying to keep an eye on her, see how she's doing back there. I haven't heard anything yet. I think. Yep. All right. Was she gonna say anything? Hey. Oh, thank you, sir, Patty. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I thank you, Patty, and I hope you have a good night too. Even though it's a school night, make sure you put in some rest.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I had so many issues getting set up.
I can see you. Yeah. Hey, Jack Caroline. How you
Yeah.
doing?
I moved all my stuff around in this little
Yeah.
room, and I was trying to get it set up in time, and
You get
trying to get.
sparkly. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got more
I,
sparkly. And you
yeah.
got clearer too. Last time it was on a potato webcam. Yeah.
Yes. Well, that was my laptop. This is my iPad. On my iPad. That's what I use to stream now. It's my iPad.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. Cause
I know you have it for like your business stuff, but I didn't know you were using it for so all that stuff. But no, it's pretty cool. Now I can see you and 4K.
yeah. Right. It's so much better. Well, my. Okay, so this is my laptop. I have it in front of me, and it's like. So I have all
Yeah.
these stickers on it, of course.
Yes.
And it's an HP, and it's really slow. It's really cheap. It's not something like maybe I should put a GoFundMe or something. Have people get me a better laptop, or just please buy it shirts from my shop or something so I can afford a better laptop.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, obviously, okay. So, hey, Patty. Well, what you should do is, okay. Look, you've already done a calendar that sold pretty well. All
Yeah.
right. Now you're working the e girl sort of thing or the e goth girl sort
Uh.
of thing. All
Well,
right.
I
Uh,
some
uh,
people some
uh, uh,
people say that. I just.
uh, even if you don't, all right, you'd be like, look, guys, I need a little help. Mama needs a little sugar. Okay. I need I need a new laptop. You see this one right here? This one I found on a farm. Okay, I basically took it from a farm to raise it,
Yeah.
and now it's starting to poop out on me. I need a little help. Mama
It's
needs
just slow.
mama needs a new one. I need some help. So here's a GoFundMe. Do your best, okay? And I bet you that thing would get $1,000 within the first 3 days.
Oh, I don't like to ask for things though. That's just my nature. I don't
What?
like asking for things. It's just I don't know. I feel bad asking for things. I don't like to feel like
Oh,
I'm
that's
like a beggar.
understandable.
Like I like to
Yeah,
earn stuff that
yeah,
I make. Like when people give me extra stuff, I'm like thankful. I'm very appreciative. But
yeah.
like yeah.
Yeah, well, true. I mean, the thing was for the calendar, I know a lot of people were asking for that, and you're just like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm tired of you people. Yes, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's basically it. Because I didn't want my whole store, my whole thing to turn into like me.
Mhm,
I wanted it to be about like the liberty message and everything. So, yeah, people kept bothering me up like making a calendar. So I was like, okay, all right, I'll make a calendar. And unfortunately, I didn't get like pushed into it or decide to do it until like November or something.
mm,
So it was already pretty late.
mhm,
Otherwise, I could have done like a lot more and a lot better. And I actually, even talked about doing like a collab with a bunch of other ladies, but I
mm,
couldn't do it because it's last
mm.
minute,
Yeah.
and so I just had to do it all myself.
Mm,
I had no idea what I was doing. It was me and a little remote control. I actually have that right here. It was
mhm.
me and this little thing right here, taking all the
Oh,
pictures for the
yeah,
calendar. So yeah, I did everything, all of
yeah.
it.
Look, I'm here to tell you. If you don't know, right? I know you're a woman of high caliber, but if you don't know, the thirst is real. And when you put out enough water for everyone to drink, it's gonna happen. So it doesn't matter if you're late or early. They're gonna be like, LibbyG put on the calendar. Where's my wallet at? Where's my wallet?
I put out what was it, like the canvases.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I think like was it 2 or 3 canvases? I don't remember.
Yeah.
And those sold. Those have actually
Mhm.
sold. I was concerned because like I was gonna put out posters, but like the little like generator on my supplier saying that wasn't like really working.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll just put canvases. They may not sell because they're kind of expensive.
Yeah.
They sold.
Yeah.
So
I
I was quite pleased and shocked at that.
yeah.
But yeah, the canvases sold. And yeah, so that was great. I think I've made more on my pinup stuff than I have any of my Liberty merch. Which, to be honest, I am not in any way a graphic designer, so
Yeah.
my stuff, I know my stuff kind of sucks. But sometimes, once in a while, I'll make a design that people actually really like. Like this right
Yeah.
here, like this has been selling. But then
Yeah.
again, I'm also like copying a design from
That's
the
true.
Trump
You're
administration.
You're well, I mean, there's been a lot of people who sold the hats. I mean, you can go to Amazon and get a hat, it's
Mm,
not nothing new. But I mean, it not to sound the stereotype, but if you're a good-looking woman, and obviously you are, but you don't
thank you.
see you don't see yourself with it. I know that a lot of the stuff you've been dealing with has been sort of your eating habits and all that stuff, and you've posted that publicly, so it's not like a secret or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine to mention. I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the point of the matter is that it does go to show that if you are good looking enough, now of course it can be for men too, but I mean, well, obviously if I mention Chris Hemsworth, you're like, okay, where's he at? I just need 10 minutes. I need 10 minutes of him. But it's that sort of thing where if you look good, and mostly if you look good as a woman or a very muscular guy, you're going to get something. Um, if you sell something, it's going to be gone and all that stuff. It's just
Hmm.
part of that ordeal on that spectrum of man or woman side. I mean, yeah, you could say the thirst is real, but I mean, to a degree, it kind of is true with the biology thing. If
Yeah.
you're a lady with many talents, you look good,
Thank you.
you take care of yourself, and you do all this stuff, and then people are just like, can I have some? Can it? And the funniest thing I've seen out of all this is when you blur your feet. I'm just like, why is she blurring your feet? And she's like, that's not
Oh,
great.
it's kind of like my little gimmick now, of blurring the feet, and other ladies have like followed suit,
Mm,
and I think some people kind of got offended on my behalf, but I don't care. I think it's great. Like if other
yeah,
people, like other ladies, want to start blurring their feet or covering or censoring, I think it's awesome. I think it's
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so I started doing that because I remember the post. I don't know if it's the exact post. But I remember what was said. I
Mm.
posted something and my feet were visible, my bare feet, and some
Mm.
guy posted, "We get her feet for free," and I was like,
Dang it.
I was like, okay, all right, this is creepy. This is really creepy. So then I started like censoring my feet after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I saw like Josie, the redhead libertarian. She like censored her feet, and other girls have censored their feet too. And I'm just like, yes, yes, ladies, like
There you
cover it
go.
up, cover it up, have
It,
some dignity.
yeah. Well, and the hey Yarny, how are you doing? Well, and the thing of it is though is that there are a lot of people like that, but then again, that's not me. I apologize. That's not gonna be. I'll
I
fall
wouldn't
for.
hold it against you if you
I would.
want.
I'm very well aware of how easy I will fall for a pretty face. All right,
Oh.
that's the truth of it. And then everything else, but that's usually a bonus. That's a bonus to the face. Okay. But I won't go any further because I might throw myself out the window at this point. But no, it's just been interesting to see that kind of progress because again, like you said, it took you till the end of like last year. Well,
Mhm.
no, was it last year? Was it the year? It was before then because I thought it was.
Um,
It had
it
to
was.
be.
I know it was November about the calendar because I applied to be a suicide girl and I got
Oh,
accepted.
oh,
But yeah, but I kind of got talked out of doing it because um, like they apparently don't pay you very well. Like you'll get a whole
yeah,
set of maybe like 24 to 28 photos, and you
yeah,
have to show nudity at the very end of the set.
mm,
And I wasn't really comfortable with that, but I was
yeah,
like, you know what? If there's gonna be enough money behind it, it's not. It's more classy than OnlyFans, and you
yeah,
know, it's art. It's art. I see pinup
yeah,
as art.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, well, this is art. This is classy. Maybe I'll do it.
mm,
But then I know a girl who was a suicide girl, and she
mm.
said, no, don't do it. They'll make more money off of your photos than they'll pay you for them. So then everyone's like, well, just do your own calendar of pinups.
Yeah,
And I actually made more from my calendar than Suicide Girls would have paid me, and I didn't
mm,
show any nudity in my calendar.
yeah.
So,
Well, well, of course, you have those other places out there too. But for those who don't, if you don't, for those who don't know, because saying the word "suicide girl" is kind of like, okay, what does that mean? Do you
oh,
would you be willing to explain what that is?
okay. So Suicide Girls is basically alternative girls, but it's like modeling. It's like pinup
Mm,
modeling,
yeah,
but it's alternative girls, like very tattooed girls, like
yeah,
goth kind of goth punk kind of chicks. Um, but it's very artistic modeling, pinup style modeling of
mm,
alternative girls,
mm,
and the sets they would do, they'd start out clothed, and then like as like the pictures go on, like it's like then they like it gets less and less clothed
mm,
to where it's fully naked at the end.
mm,
And being that it's art, it was modeling. I felt like it was something very beautiful. I
mm,
I, I was willing to do it,
mm,
um, but after I was told like the money is not worth it,
mm.
um, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna save my goodies and just do my own thing. And like I said, I made more from my calendar than Suicide Girls would have paid me, and I
Yeah.
did not show any nudity.
Mm,
Now, not to knock down my calendar, it's still quite sexy, but it's not. There's no actual nudity. So
oh,
sorry to burst any bubbles.
hold on, hold on. How can you knock it down if you've already called it sexy? I mean, at that point, it's like, okay, I don't want to knock it down, but it's sexy. That's sort of like backhanding yourself at that point.
Well, okay. So I actually have next to me. Okay, so this is a poster I was supposed to auction, not yeah, kind of auction, but like kind of do a drawing for at Christmas, and I forgot.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
this picture did not make it into the calendar, but I'm going to show y'all anyway because this is probably the best photo. And I was so mad when I
mm.
found this
Oh
because I
yeah,
was like, this is the perfect calendar photo, and it didn't make it.
oh yeah.
This one,
Uh ooh. Now that is definitely goth girl right there. That you
yeah,
can tell.
and it didn't make it into the calendar because I didn't even see it until after I already made the calendar and sold the
Yeah.
calendar. But so it's that kind of stuff. That's probably
Mm.
about as sexy as it really gets. But I still made more money than
Yeah.
Suicide Girls. So
There you go.
yeah,
You're getting the girls in the crowd are cheering you on. There you go.
yay.
Yarny's cheering you on. No idea. Yeah, there you go. And Bill's like solid pick. Yeah, I mean, there is. It's finding that medium, I guess, because again, you have stuff like the OnlyFans and whatnot, and
Yeah,
what that entails. But I mean, OnlyFans wasn't supposed to be that. It's just it
it's
became
turned
that.
into pornography and raunch, and I
Yeah.
would like I'm not into doing that. I would rather
Yeah.
do something beautiful, art. Pinup is art. It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
modeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I just will not do an OnlyFans. That's like if
Yeah.
I did it, it would just be like my cooking stuff. It would it wouldn't
Oh.
be anything like nothing sexy. So yeah, I'm very happy with what I do pinup wise,
Right.
and hmm?
No, right. No, I was just gonna say it'd be. The thought just crossed my mind. You could do cooking with an apron, but that's no. I'm
I,
sorry.
I could, yeah, I
Uh,
definitely could.
16. Well, suicide. I mean, Suicide Girl. So, do you know the reason why they call it Suicide Girl? So, what's the reason behind it?
uh, I don't know
Mm,
the reason behind the name. It is definitely edgy, and the girls are edgy themselves, so I don't know
mm,
if that's why, but
yeah. All I know is that thing's been around for such a long time that you'd be old enough to at least know. It's sort of the. You could say it's the alternative to what Playboy was, right? If you know what
yeah,
Playboy, it's the
but with
alternative.
yeah, alternative chicks though,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's well, I mean, alternative. So you get that. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, I mean, the real question is it comfortable for you to want to continue doing it, or is it for you to say, look, I did it once, it was great, and I know you do for like your on X too. You have your subscriber thing where they get to see all the precious stuff. So there you go. Um, but I mean, will you want to continue doing it because now you've opened a door to where if you were to sell just some raggedy calendar, and I know you're not going to sell like poor quality, but if you were just to sell a raggedy calendar, it's gone. Like it's out the door. You've already proven that.
Yeah, I sold over 40 calendars.
Well, that's I mean
And with
I
my
don't,
exposure to the fact that I'm like still like I'm not a tiny account on X, but I'm not a
mm,
huge account. And even for that, with my calendars being like 30-40 bucks depending on
mm,
if they were signed or not. Like, and I sold out of the signed ones. So
mm,
yeah. And then I went with the canvases too. I kind of I did like doing the pinups. I think I
yeah,
do want to continue doing that.
mm,
But maybe kind of with my merch.
yeah.
And I have a friend in Japan. He actually is a photographer, and
Mm.
he does a lot of pinup photography of his wife. And
Oh.
he's giving me some pointers. He's like, maybe do a little more smiling. And I'm like, but that's my smolder. That's my blue steel. Because
that's
if you have a
that's
calendar, there's like no smiling.
uh, smile more. You must smile more. I already do enough. What more do you
Yeah,
want from me? They call it
like
something. Sorry.
oh, this
They
is like real life. I'm always smiling, like because smiling constantly. But uh,
yeah,
in my photos, it's all blue steel.
yeah. You know you got to do that like what Ben Stiller was, that sort of thing. I don't know. But I mean, don't they call it something else in Japan though? Like graver, gravoir. Starts with
I don't
a
know.
grav something. Like
I
Gravoir
don't know.
Idol or something like that. I don't remember.
Oh,
Um.
and see, he's American. He's not like
Oh.
Japanese doing the Japanese stuff. He's and
Oh. Okay.
his wife is Filipino, so they're both not even Japanese.
Oh. Okay.
They just live there. Long story. That's their personal life, but yeah, they just live in Japan, and he
Oh.
does photography and just does pinup of her. But
Oh.
yeah, I just got some pointers. So like the next pinup round, I just got to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Because I don't have a calendar yet. Because it's what, end of February. I already have a calendar.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I think doing maybe hey everybody said, but I think the point of matter is, would you want to go beyond the calendar though, because the calendar is very limiting to once a year, and yeah, you could take like, oh, I'll take a
Oh, can't
picture
hear you.
this month. Oh,
Wait,
hello, hello.
I think my, hang on.
Uh
I think my thing died.
oh.
Hang on.
Curses.
I can hear you just not through my headphones. I gotta plug it in.
BBD
But see,
bop.
you can keep talking. I'm
Oh,
trying to get
okay.
my headphones plugged in.
Um. Where was my thought at? No. No. Calendars are very limiting because they're once a year, but are you wanting to do more beyond just a calendar though, on that regard of the pictures and whatnot?
Well, going beyond a calendar, like, um, I think Okay, now it's connected again. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. As far as going beyond the calendar, I don't know what to do though. Like I really don't know what to do. Like I'm not an actual model. I don't have a modeling agency or anything. I don't know what else to do because I can make things. Like I've made the calendar. I can edit my own photos. I can do all
Yeah.
that, but I don't know what to do or make. Like I don't know. I made those canvases and there's a shirt. I made one shirt and I've actually sold a few of those.
So was the wear you were wearing? I only remember seeing a few pictures because I know you put out like demos and stuff. Were some of the things you were wearing in some of those considered what is hey Colton? Oh, that's the wrong person. Hey Colton. Which I pressed the wrong thing. Is some of the things you were wearing what considered lingerie as
Oh,
they say?
it was all lingerie, but
Okay.
except the cover photo was not lingerie. I think the rest of it all was lingerie. No,
I
no,
Yeah.
I take it back. One, I'm only wearing a t-shirt.
Mhm.
Like on January, I'm wearing only like a long sleeve t-shirt. That was
Oh,
it.
that's
Uh,
sold millions already. Come on. No, it's not. I'm not trying to blow your head up or anything. No
no.
airheads here. Okay, all right. We don't need that. We don't need Miss Priss over here getting too big for herself. And he's like, I don't
Oh
know you. Mm,
no, no. I,
mm.
I'm still shocked that I even sold more than three. So
I hear you.
there's no big head here. I'm very ecstatic and appreciative of any and all stuff that I have received. Even to this day, I still can't believe I have over 1,000 followers on Twitter. So,
There you go. Yeah, no, that's pretty something. It's really going to be a thing. I think if you were to throw because you want to do your liberty stuff, right? So you have
mm,
that as a theme. You have a whole you have a wide array of themes to choose from, right? I mean, you speak Japanese, you have that kind of cultural line to hook into. You America cultural line to hook into. You've got the Hispanic lady Latina sort of thing to
yeah.
hook into. I mean, you got like three culture rings right there, baby. You can just jump right in. It's like, what should I try today? But again, it really, I mean, not to, it's not, it's more of just trying to generate ideas because, as you said, you don't know, and there's nothing wrong with that because maybe you are only comfortable with doing that one small thing, which is this is your show, baby. Just ride the ride. But the point of it is that if you are out of ideas, at least the opportunities of what you can grasp onto are so wide and vast. I mean, you're almost sitting on a nigh infinite like roll of toilet paper here. You just keep pulling. Oh, there's a different square. Oh, there's a different square. Stuff like that. I should have said paper towels because toilet paper just makes it sound worse. I need more toilet paper. Where's the toilet paper at? But no, it makes sure a five, oh, five. Is that -5 or are you saying a 5 plus? I don't know what that means. These have a 5 and a negative sign to it. So I'm wondering if you're meaning -5. I guess that'd be sad. Um, but no, yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. I'm glad that you were surprised because I'm okay. I shouldn't say I'm surprised because again, you're beautiful and it's crazy
Thank
and you're
you.
smart. You're beautiful and smart and you're very on your laurels of the politicalness that the political party you follow suit with. Um,
Thank you.
uh, does your head say make? Yeah, it does. It
It
does.
does.
Yeah.
Here, I don't know. If I,
No, you're
there we
no
go.
she.
You see
Yeah,
that
you can say
better?
yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Now she buy that from your store?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
have if you go to libertariangoth.com, that goes right to my store.
Mm,
The banner has a Snapchat filter of me wearing the hat, and then it just says MAGA, and there's a button that you click the MAGA button, and that goes to the goth section. But if you go to the menu on the left, then
mm.
there is a punk, emo, and a metal version. So
Let me. There we go. I got it. Okay, let's show this. And here we go. Here is her website.
yep,
Look at that. It takes balls to audit the government.
it
Ain't
takes
that the
big
truth?
balls.
Oh, I'm sorry. It takes big. Okay, I see
Yeah,
that now. It takes
like
big
the one
balls.
that got caught, but like got doxed, big balls.
Big, big balls. Big balls. Okay. All
And
right.
then
There
see
you go.
on the left right there, the menu. There's all three of them: the goth, punk, metal, and
Mm.
emo.
Well, there's a link to her website, so if you want to check it out yourself, it's there. Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously she's got, and there's her. The sign. So you still have signed or no?
I don't. It's on pre-order right now. If anybody
Mm,
wants to pre-order, because um I have to, of course, buy the calendars myself so I can
mm,
like sign them and then send them out.
mm,
So I have them as pre-order so I can buy a batch
mm.
to sign and send out. But yeah, so I don't really have a stock that is
Yeah.
pre-order for a stock, and then I'll have a stock. Like I'm gonna order them like March 2nd,
Mm. Gosh, man, you
and
have a lot in your store.
I do. My store is too full. I had too much in my store. I really need to like
Are
cull it
you?
back.
Is like your life dependent on if you sell anything from the store?
I just get bored, and it's really like
There you
gratifying
go.
to just make things. I just like making things. So, yeah, there is a lot in the store, but there's some stuff that I just need to like delete.
There you go. Yeah, go to the go for if you want to get the stuff on her store. She has a lot of stuff, so kind of sift through yourself because there's a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, dear
I,
Lord, there's a lot of stuff.
yes, I do want to I want to address gaming. Chad said, "Can you enlighten this for me? Our libertarian and MAGA conflicting interests. MAGA as in Make America Goth Again, not MAGA as in the MAGA. This is it's a different MAGA. This MAGA.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, and it's in different
Yeah.
colors too, like, the wording is in yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it kinda goes with your, being goth look, so it's dark and
Yeah.
gloomy and sort of stuff like that. But no, that's,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I'll ever get to this point where I'll have a store, but yeah, wow, it's a lot. And you had to go through some like, pit stops because I think it was like you had mentioned once at the store you were with, like, fourth wall of some was kinda sidewalling you.
Oh, Teespring.
Oh, Teespring,
Teespring
that's
is
right.
the worst. Yes,
Oh my
Teespring is the
goodness.
worst. They don't
Mm,
like pay out. It takes
mhm,
forever to pay out.
mm,
But fourth wall pays out like on the clock. So
nice.
not only that, but their customer support is the best because they
Uh-huh,
have a Discord. You can just like go to their Discord and file a
mhm,
support ticket and speak directly to the people that work for fourth wall.
yeah,
Whereas Teespring, you have to go like this email that feels automated, and
yeah,
it's just was not good customer service. They didn't pay out.
yeah,
Their stuff kind of was not that great.
mhm.
But fourth wall, like this is like great quality. I love my hat. I've been wearing it every day since I got it.
Yeah, well, and the thing of it is too is, like, I think one of the things missing from, companies on a customer service scale is being able to understand. Because a lot of companies outsource their stuff to India or, Spain, and you have a lot.
Spain.
Well, I've there have been a few times where I've it sounded like they were Spanish or
Oh.
Spain speaking, but the point of the matter is that the customer service sort of thing where you can talk to somebody feels like it's been outsourced beyond the scope of being able to understand. Because I mean, it's just like you can barely understand. It's nothing against, but it's sort of like we can't understand you. We're Americans. We're not someone whose accent's so heavy you can't. I can't understand you, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
Unless
that.
you're used to hearing accents, like my mother has an accent, so she's from Honduras, so I'm used to accents.
Mm,
But I know not like most or all Americans are.
mm,
So whenever I used to work for a call center and there was somebody with a heavy accent, like I was fine.
yeah,
But I know a lot of people otherwise have had issues
yeah.
understanding. You have to be kind of like have an ear for accents.
I have 2 of them and still have trouble, but anyway. But yeah, it's just one of those things where that would probably be, that's a rarity in America where you have all these sort of American companies, and they have everything though almost everything outsourced,
Hmm.
to other countries, which is understandable to the degree of trying to get a cheap product, um because again you see that right where you can't get stuff made in America because there's not the thing there to make it, and people want to buy at a good price, but if you make it in America they're saying, oh, it'll be 10 times as much and all that stuff, and at the end of the
Yeah.
day it's sort of like, yeah, but I don't know how many stories of Foxconn you want to hear about today. I don't think that's really something you want to get into.
Yeah, and I understand that's kind of what this current administration is trying to bring back. They're trying to bring
Mm,
back a lot of American jobs that make things that are made America more. Which, yeah, okay, like it's good to try to bring jobs back to the United States. That's fine. Um, But yeah, I get it, and a lot of companies do outsource because there's a lot of regulations and taxes put on these companies,
Mm,
and so it's just cheaper to outsource that kind of stuff. So, as a libertarian, definitely for cutting back regulations and taxes. So
mm,
that alone would bring back more like uh, jobs from
mm.
overseas that were sent overseas.
Mm. Well, I mean, now with the advent, I think you already saw it yesterday. Now with something like the advent of Grok voice, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
do you really need people at all at that point? Because,
Mm,
well, you probably would need somebody. Obviously, you need a
yeah.
technician or whatever. You need something. But at this point, I mean, if you can make like something like Grok or whatever, and have these voice AIs that could take the complexity of what's heard or said or whatever. I mean, at that point, you have call centers becoming obsolete because you don't have to pay somebody health,
Mm,
whatever wage, whatever they earn, merit based, whatever you want to call it, um, and and all that stuff. You know, yeah, there's a lot of things that get thrown out the door because we don't really need you guys. We already have this thing that works perfectly well.
right.
We only need the team like a five, and that pretty much takes care of everything.
Yeah.
And in case something happens, you have an emergency, like can do emergency call, but it's still the thing of where the technology in its own right, at least within the United States, well, in our world, right, is getting to the point where there are some things that will just lose human contact to it. Now, obviously, there were a lot of things back then, say the Victorian era, right? A lot of things that don't have now. They had torch lighters, they had alarm people that come to wake you up, sort of stuff like that. Those things don't exist anymore because you already have an alarm clock and
Hmm.
electricity. I doubt you'll see an oil or gas lamp very much anymore in any neighborhood unless you're like an old neighborhood. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is you have those discrepancies where it's small things like that where they'll eventually just be eaten up by the technology that's around because again, as time has gone on throughout history, those sort of things have been what's a good word? Not left, but they've sort of been swallowed up by the technology of growing over time. Man, you know,
Yeah.
the printing press, right? When the
Oh
printing press
yeah.
came out, right?
Yeah.
You
That
had the printing
that
press.
changed a lot.
Yeah, you had the printing press. You had the light bulb come out. No more, people could still buy candles, but candles
Right.
became lesser of a thing, right? Then you
Hmm.
had then you had things like the first cell phone, right? The first big, the first block of a cell phone.
Oh, it's like a
You,
it's like a brick,
yeah,
isn't
you
it?
could actually take a bad guy down with it. It's like you don't see any movies about that where a good guy takes down a bad guy with a block cell phone.
And the was it the car phones?
Oh, the car phones, that's right too. But
Yeah.
those will mostly be like satnet phones. I think they're what they're called, like satellite phones.
Yeah.
Because they would be, I think, connected to like the radio thing or whatever. But those are
Hmm.
old. Those are really
Oh
old.
yeah. Yeah. And
Uh,
now like this is my phone. See how small this
yeah,
is? Like
mm. Yeah.
it
You
does
could,
like everything a computer can do.
yeah, you could slap somebody with it though, but you want to be careful with that.
Yes, it really is. I thought I posted that. I'm okay. I did. Okay.
Hey, don't be like that. Her camera was having issues, okay? All right, you don't be like that. My previous guest, she was using her webcam, and it kept we could hear her, but her webcam was just showing like stills, sort of thing. So either it was an internet issue or it was a webcam issue. I don't know, but we still could hear her. She's still wonderful.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
I was
Well,
just making
yes,
sure that
you're.
I posted that I'm live now here.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
way.
Yeah, look, I'll just be honest, getting you on a show is like trying to get a bunch of kids rowdied up to go to a park, okay? You are one busy lady, and it was like, okay, how about now? And you're like, I'm gonna have to pass it.
I know. I'm so sorry.
You're
I will
fine.
I'm super ADHD, so I kind of like it is like hurting cats with me anyway. Like my own stream that I just started last month is not even regular. I don't even
Yeah,
know like I just stream it just whenever I can.
yeah,
Like I did last night, and I've done like I don't know like 3 times before maybe, not counting my test streams. So yeah, I'm busy and I'm all over the place. I'm
yeah.
super unorganized, like most ADHD people, but I'm organized at the same time, so it's
Uh,
kind of weird. Yeah, so I've been wanting to come back on.
yeah.
It's a lot of fun, but it's just, yeah, it's really hard for me to get any kind of time and space away from like everything else going on to.
Yeah, I know you're in Texas. Next time I'll just carry you. Okay, how's that sound? I'll just carry you to the show, and you'll just be like, "Well, look, I don't have the time." It's like, you're gonna spend some time. Calm it down. But no, I understand. Again,
Yeah.
it's not you. There are other people who are hard to get back. People I've had on before are hard to. There's some who get hard to get back on. I've already been blocked by someone who I've had on as guest
Oh,
before. Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Why?
Don't know. Didn't say.
That is
Just
weird.
just
Aw.
blocked. Well, and the thing now is with Twitter X is that you can still see the person's page without you
Yeah.
can't interact with it. But it was sort of like when I was going to DM them like, hey, or to invite them because I have my Dara's Hangout Den community thing, right? I was going to say, oh, I'd like to invite you on, and all of a sudden, like you see the words at the bottom, like you can no longer message a special anymore. It's like what? So I went to check.
That's weird.
It's like you've been blocked. And I was like, what did I do? I don't I don't know what I do. And so it's sort of like you never get told anything, and you kind of get
Yeah.
left in the dark.
Yeah, I have absolutely no respect for any person that just like blocks people that have been associating with, and don't even say anything about it. Like that is just the most like chicken shit coward thing to do, is to
Yeah.
just go ahead and block people like that, just kind of ghost them. People
Mm.
that ghost I have no respect for people that ghost.
Well,
I'll have ghosted people myself, but
oh, oh,
but I was like, but it was either like psychos or I didn't intentionally ghost. Like I just got busy.
no, no, wandering clown. You're not big enough of an a-hole to be that. You're not big enough. You're not big of an a-hole to be noticed like that. Is what I should say. Um, but no, there are sometimes there are people who are busy, and it's understandable. And schedules are always a thing. I've had that multiple times, but it's sort of
Yeah.
well, her calendar be on. Look, it costs money, and I am a poor man, so I cannot buy her calendar at all.
Yeah,
I'm still
it's
waiting
30
to get
bucks.
paid. Yeah, well, it's $30, but then you have to pay for the shipping and all that stuff, and you
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, you're worth it though, but still, it's sort of like,
Oh.
what's the difference between putting gas in my car and a hot lady's calendar? Gas in my car. I gotta put gas in my car. That's how it's go. So
Yeah. That's like a
you
full
got
tank of
to.
gas depending on what kind of car you have too.
Well, I have a Fiesta, and no, it's
Ah.
not like a Fiesta. All right, just because I get inside, it's like arriba, achacha. It's not like that at all.
So it's a
So
lie.
it's that Ford.
The
You're all
Ford
right.
lie.
You're all right. So it's a Ford Fiesta, and it's not too bad. It's like 2012, so it's not too bad at all. But it's still it's just a vehicle that gets me because my previous car was a Toyota Corolla, and the engine was just it was just giving me so much trouble at a certain point. It's like
Wow.
when I was when I was going when I was going to the dealership that me and my family have gone to,
Mhm.
I was praying that I could get there because that's how bad the engine was.
Wow. And it's a Toyota. Usually those like you can run them into the ground.
Yeah, I was working at a car dealership at the time. Um, uh, no, no, she does not. She's a libertarian, but that does not mean she throws out freebies like that. Okay, all right, that she's
Um
not that kind of person.
I have one, but it's mine to keep. Like
Yeah, stop
I
telling her what to
I
do,
can't
gaming Chad.
I can't give that one away. I'm
She can't get
sorry.
that. Look at that. I wasn't asking for that. Gaming Chad was doing that. Goodness sakes, I have a bunch of people in my chat. No, where
Maybe
was
towards
I?
the end of the year I'll put them on sale or something. Just
Uh,
because like 2025 will be over or
Look,
almost over.
I'll take a handwritten note at this point. That's there's a napkin over there. Just put your name on it. It'll be over with. Um, but what was it? Where was I at? Dang it!
Talk about your
Gaming
Ford Fiesta.
Ford. That's right, Ford Fiesta. So when I was taking my Toyota there, it was a Hail Mary that I could get there because I was trading in my Toyota Corolla for hey Pizza John, how you doing? So smooth. You know what? You make pizza, okay? You do the pizzas. It's funny enough, this guy right here, Eric, Pizza John, right? He actually made a pizza of the Hulk. He made a
Oh
pizza face of the
wow,
Hulk. Yeah, yeah.
that's
It was
cool.
yeah. He does some other celebrities too, like he did Elon. So if you're wanting to be Mrs. Number 14, or and all that stuff. Not 14, but if you're looking to be number 5. I mean, come on.
Baby mama number 5 from
That's
Elon
right.
Musk. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I
Like,
remember used to
yeah.
make those points too. It's like, come on, Elon, I'm right here. It's like, come on, come on. And then
Yeah.
after all that stuff, you're like, I don't know about that.
I like to joke. I like to joke. Like all my like thirst posts, even the Jay Gordon stuff. I like to joke. But I don't know. It's kind of my thing to have this like little, I guess, infatuation with Villa Vallo and Jay Gordon. I was actually
Like,
listening to Orgy as I was setting up everything. So
goodness sake. Oh my goodness. Listen to a song about an orgy. Dear Lord, this is not gonna
no,
go
not
well.
an orgy, like the group, the band
Oh,
Orgy.
okay. Oh, I apologize. I didn't get a clear
No,
understanding of
no,
that.
no, no. The band Orgy, because the one that I posted about Villa Vallo and Jay Gordon. Jay Gordon
Yeah.
is the lead singer of the band Orgy.
I'm just that just be
Yeah.
something like she was listening to an orgy. Wait, hold on. Is that a
No,
band name or is it
no,
some
no. The
the
band Orgy.
band? See, she knows we got what we're talking about, guys. Don't worry about it. Um, but no, yeah, it was a Hail Mary to get that card there. So once I got it there, I traded in to help pay for because it was like I got like $1,000 out of it, so that was it. But the car, the buying the car was during the time of when COVID stuff was going on, right? Like used vehicles were sort of having their numbers pumped up because the new cars you couldn't get because of the chips and stuff. And so, but the point of the matter is that like my Ford Fiesta cost me like a little over 9,000 when the actuality of the car probably wasn't even, it was probably like 6.5K. So again, it was during the time where they were
You got
selling.
ripped off by COVID.
I get ripped off by a lot of things, but I've gone there many times. They were family sort of thing, but yeah, I got ripped off because it's like, but they wouldn't sell it any lower because they know to get somebody to pay for it. And I'm like, I'm desperate. I need a car, otherwise I have no vehicle. So, but I paid it off. I paid it off within a year's time though. So thank you very much.
Good job. Good
Um,
job.
yeah, it's not a fun time. Now it's like I'm having a hard time just trying to save for a car because there's all these other things that pop up, and then I'm trying to um, better my health and whatnot. So that's always a fun thing.
Yeah.
That's my apartment wall.
Sounds like some fun neighbors.
uh, Buy the hat. That one's my list. Congratulations, said. So, oh, you're talking about the rants? It's like, no. Well, I try, Pizza John. I try. I gotta get you on for longer though, Pizza John. I can only get you for an hour. It feels like I've gone to the Red District in Germany. I can only get you for an hour, and it's not enough. But she's like, yeah, libertarian and goth is. I mean, I'm not. I don't take a party side. I really don't care. Politics for me is sort of it exists whether I exist, whether I'm alive or not. So I'm trying to go beyond that scope. But I understand it's gonna, people are gonna pick their sides, whatever. For me, it's sort of like it's best to be the observer of it and try to help in other ways rather than be part of any tactile political group or football team
Right.
group, whatever it's tribalism down to its very nature.
Right.
Even if you point out that libertarianism is about less rules, less government, all this stuff, but at the end of the day though it's still a party of its own. And so I just
Yeah.
don't, and I mean it's a party of its own, but it's a fractured party of its own just like any other party. So there's
But
that.
that's actually why I won't officially join the party is
Mhm,
because of tribalism. Because you're going to be expected to go with whoever they have, and I don't
mhm,
always agree with 100% with any candidate.
mhm,
So there's some things that even if I don't agree 100% with the candidate, like I am willing to put my chips on more
mhm.
than others. But like the presidential election, for instance, I was not really um, feeling
Sorry.
the Republican or the Libertarian candidate. So I didn't vote for the Libertarian candidate for president.
Mhm,
Um,
yeah.
and I don't want it to be seen like I have to always side with the party. I just don't want to do that. I do go to Libertarian Party like events in my area, but I'm not an official member, and I don't ever plan on being one unless I have
Mm,
to run for something.
yeah.
Then I'll actually be official party member of something. But as of right now, I really have like don't care to be an official party member of anyone or
Right.
anything.
Yeah. It's just me. I when my first time voted, it was sort of like parental direction, right? Like you gotta vote, you gotta vote, you gotta vote. But the point, and of course, there are times when you're trying to say like you can go here and learn about more about the candidate stuff. But I mean, it's just too much information to learn about these candidates, and you're left with
Mm-hmm.
things that's online memes. Short
Yeah.
form video and all this stuff. So because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of different things, right? Like your day is not consumed by just libertarian stuff. It's consumed by, okay, what are my bills going to be? What do I
Right.
have to do for the day? Because you do makeup stuff too, right? I think you said
Yeah.
that in the past. You do makeup
I'm a
stuff too.
freelance professional makeup artist.
Yeah. So you do that too. You do all this stuff. You keep in context. Your plate, your bandwidth, your mental bandwidth is so taken up by all this other stuff
Yeah.
that politics is sort of like it's a thing that's there that's a have to an degree, but a team, all this stuff, there are reasons of why you have community, there are reasons why you have all this stuff, but at the end of the day, I was a Mrs. Caucus representative back in 2018. I quit after we had a second kid, no time, then left the party soon after. I was in Mrs. What Mrs.
The mice,
M-I-S-E,
the Mises.
Mises. Mises at the very beginning with Michael and Jeff and the gang. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but I know what a caucus is, but it's not like that, okay? That's not what a caucus is just because the word is like that, okay? Her day is consumed with baking. And of course, you have
Yeah,
your
I do bake a lot too. I sell my baked goods. So
yeah.
yeah, I have my little baking hustle. I have my store.
Mm,
I have X, which some people could consider it a job just because I'm monetized, but
mm,
I don't treat it like one. I don't see
yeah,
it like one because I go in there and have fun. I
yeah,
just socialize with cool people.
mm,
And then yeah, the freelance makeup artistry business.
mm.
Um, yeah. So
That's
yeah,
a
I do a
lot of
lot.
that's a lot of receipts to keep a handle of, all right? I just had to because of course I'm monetized at Rumble. I mean, I earned over hey, thank you. Appreciate you guys being here. I had to I earned over 600, but I found out that I guess the government isn't doing the whole 600 over $600 thing, but
Oh,
I still earned over 600, so I have to account that into my tax stuff. Because I don't get a 1099, right? Like you get it if you're self-employed.
yeah.
Because I used to do Lyft, right? So you'd get a form if you went over a certain amount. If it's under a certain amount, eh,
Yeah.
you could be a little lifty about what you want to report and stuff. You still have to report something, but
Hmm.
it's like mowing
Yeah,
someone else's
I
lawn.
got one of those from X and from Fourth Wall.
Oh, nice. Yeah, your place always. It's just like
Hmm.
involved girl. Yeah, she's all over the place.
Yeah.
People love her a lot. Some love her a little too much, but she's well loved.
And some hate me.
How
I
could
have
someone
some haters. I
how
have
could someone
abs.
hate you? What
I'm
is there to hate about you?
blocked by a lot of people. Like I'll go through some like random like big account and then I'll
Mm,
see like I can't even like somebody's post and I click
mm,
on their profile it says that they blocked me and I'm like I don't even know you. Like I don't think even seen your account before. Like you're blocking me. I don't even who is this person? Like
don't worry
that
about them.
and like um yeah, there's people like that just don't like me in general. Like I think I'm nice and reasonable. I
I
try my best to be.
Right. I think I mean, we can go with I don't know about nice. I think there have been times. No, I'm just joking. No, I think you're an amazing person who's got the obviously you do deal with certain your eating habits and whatnot, and you've
Yeah.
talked about that a lot, and so I know
Hmm.
that's a bit of a heavy weight on your mind, especially when you have people telling you this is what you should do, this is what you do. Thanks, internet. I didn't ask. Um,
Yeah.
but the point of the matter is you're smart enough to know, and you look great to know, and all these sort of things that kind of combine to what makes you you. Don't know your real name, but LibbyG is where it's at.
I've given my name before.
I don't remember seeing it. uh,
Yeah, yeah. No, I'll give my name.
no,
You've
no,
seen.
wait.
It's fine. Not my last name though. I won't give my last name, but
I think I remember, but it's been so long. That's how bad it is. I'm trying to think. Okay, well,
think fan of the opera. Think Stephen King in a car.
The Phantom of the Opera is here. I don't want to go that far. No, now
Cue the Jeopardy music.
I, I will be at the end of this like, oh, why? I'll think about it later. But entrepreneur, that's having to be a lot. Yeah, well, okay, you can say that. All right, I'll let you say that. I'm not gonna say it.
I have the entrepreneur spirit. Yeah, I
Or
really
you
do.
could,
I like doing my own thing.
yeah. Well, no, that's what it should be, right? Where like you wouldn't be, if she comes to Chicago one of these days. Well, that's a long trip from where she is, because I know where you're at. I know what state you're in, because I did ask you last time what state you're in.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
But you don't have a southern accent, so it's sort of like, are you really? It's like, no, not at all.
Well, I'm not Texan though. I have a slight southern accent. It only comes out with certain words. But I grew up in like Tennessee and Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of not really canceled out, but I lived in Montana for like 7 years and it kind of faded there, and then Japan for like 2 years, it faded there. So yeah, my southernness, like if I went back home to see my mom in Tennessee for like a while and I came back, it would be a lot deeper.
That's this is a name Shadow would say, Maria. I remember when those memes came out for because Keanu Reeves was voicing Shadow, and so there was that one scene where he's kind of inside the crab with Stone, and they're watching this like Telemundo or something kind of episode, and she just should have him kill them both and leave and stuff like that. Christine is the car. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's the so that's your name. Okay.
I like to like bring up Phantom of the Opera first because that's really a lot cooler.
And then
also Stephen King novel.
Well, did you ever watch the who was it? Who was the director? Well, the one with Gerard Butler and Emma Rossum. Did you ever watch that version of?
I didn't see the version.
What? But that's like one of the. Never mind. I'm not even gonna try. It's too late. It's too late.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, Joel Schumacher, whatever his name is, start with Joel.
Schumacher.
Now we gotta look it up. I heard Jeff Riggenback to read for her. Aw, ain't that cute? You hired someone to read. I've been avoid using your real name. Well,
it's fine.
If she's put it out there, that's something that's a risk we all take. Let's see. Okay, I've got to find now that it's been put out there. I've got to find it. I've got to find Phantom. Nope. I've got to do the Phantom of no. I've got to do Phantom of the opera. Where's the Joel Schumacher? Yeah, Joel Schumacher. Gosh, how did you know? Anyway, here's what it looks like. 2004, kids. 2004. All right. 2004. That's old. That's like 21 years old. That's old enough to drink for anyone who doesn't know. That's old enough to drink. But yes, it has Gerard Butler singing as a phantom, and then you have Emma Rossum as Christine Daae, and then you have Minnie Driver who's in it. Minnie Driver's in the movie. Who else? Gerard Butler, Emmy Rossum, Patrick Wilson is in the movie. Miranda Richardson. Oh, that's right. She plays the ballet teacher. Gina, something like that. Jiri, that's it, Jiri. And then Minnie Driver, of course. So yeah, I enjoyed it. There was only one scene I didn't like though, and it was when she's walking through the graveyard to her father's tomb. That was such a long singing part. I was like, I just want to skip it because I'm like, I want to get to the actiony part or something to that fact. And it's like, nah, I don't just skip it. But no, I enjoyed it. She tries to be goth and scary hard, but she's enjoyable 5 foot nothing. Hey. She's not nothing. She's not nothing.
I'm 5'5.5". I have to include the half.
Do you have to include half?
I have to include the half.
So what you're saying is you're like 37 and a half. Is that what you're?
I'm really a hobbit. That's why I don't show
Oh.
my feet. I blur the feet because I'm really a hobbit and I don't want to
Oh, okay.
show
So
off my
you.
hobbit feet.
So what you're saying is you're easy to carry around. Got it. Okay. All right.
Fit in most overhead storage bins.
You'll be in my backpack for a long time coming. But anyway,
Yoda style.
Yoda's like, you must go here. Hold on. I'm having a call. Hold on, Yoda. No, you must go over there. Stop it, Yoda. Oh, that's right.
Seagulls.
See, oh, that's right. Bad lip reading. Did you ever see the one with Bushes of Love? Did you ever see that one?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. I had a lady on, her name was Shay. And she's actually current military right now, but she's counting down her days to retirement. And she was letting me know it was something about else, because she was saying like my steak is better than bacon is one of the lines from the song, different song. And but that was to a different song than what she was saying Bushes of Love, and I'd never heard of it. I don't listen to the Seagull one because they also did like bad lip reading of like Stranger Things or whatnot and all this stuff.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah, they're on there. But what was it? But yeah, so I was in. She had mentioned that song, and I was like, oh, come on, I can't get away from it now. It's too much. It's too much. Based on the Andrew music, he had part in it in the Joel Schumacher one. Andrew Lloyd Webber kind of was part of it. Okay, don't give me that. All right. Oh yeah, I was only kind of joking. Oh. Well, even so, she still can be picked up. Bushes of Love, that's right. Bushes of Love. Not those kind of bushes. Just the bushes of love. But anyway,
is 1970s kind of.
Well, I can't.
The fact that you know exactly what I'm talking about. How does you admit?
I don't want to admit it. Everybody's got a woman duck thing waiting for us. That's true. That's true. But anyway, it is the top of the hour. It's a little over top of the hour, or power hour as I call it. And what happens? And I don't know if you were on last time when I did this, but anyway, what happens is I set aside time for us to promote ourselves, and you got a lot to promote. I mean, the list is long. The list is long as your hair.
Yes.
I'm just joking. But so it says it's time for us to promote ourselves, and of course, all your links are down below. I did include your YouTube because I defined it one. I didn't know about your Rumble one, but I did include the 70s were a different time. I think a lot of people can agree with that. Hey, Lord of the Ring. Back. Sorry.
Well, technically, you're flossing during dinner.
Oh no! Stop it! Anyway, we're promoting ourselves this time. So I don't think the link that I had last time was correct for your store, but I do have it now, so I know how to get it. So I'll add it in later. But I know your YouTube's down there and your Twitter X and all that stuff. But anyway, if you'd like to sell yourself, not like that though, the floor is yours.
Well, I kind of can because I'm like I'm on a calendar and shirts and canvases. So yeah, if you go to libertarian.com or libertarian, I don't say my name. LibertarianGoth.com.
There you go.
Yeah, you can get this hat. You can get a shirt with me, like in lingerie. A calendar with me in like lingerie.
Oh, yeah.
And also Liberty gear. This is not Liberty gear. This is like deviating from it a little bit. It's just more of a parody of political gear. But Liberty gear. There's also because I am a capitalist and they are in demand. There is stuff pertaining to the current administration. So yeah, if you want to check it out, there's just everything except leftist things on my store. I can't really promote my baking sales here because I can't really send it out. But I've recently started my own stream, and that is it's been posted. My YouTube. I also stream on X as well at the same time when I go live. So yeah, that's all on there. My X is at LibertarianGoth with a 0 for the O in Goth instead of the O.
That's right. Is there a reason why that is? Someone take it or something?
It was taken.
LibbyG, don't lose out on like that. Don't lose out like that.
I know.
What left-handed conservatives? Look, you got righties and you got lefties, and then you have ambidextrous. So try to figure that one out. But yes, all her links are down below except the one I just posted in chat. I will try to add that later. So if you want to check her out in the respectful way, the links are down below, and be respectful. Otherwise, I'll have to come out and find you. I will put her in the backpack, and we will play Yoda and whatever that guy's name is. Yeah, I'm amphibious with both my hands. Okay, you're gonna leap out of here. But yes, so all the links, her majority of her links are down below. So give her a look, and if she's worth to follow, well, obviously I know you're gonna follow her anyway. But anyway, just just be nice about it. But anyway, from my end of things, because I am so, she's one of the, no, but what's the difference between libertarian and anarchist? But 3 years. Oh, I don't. He's a, yeah. Lord of the Ree is a bit of an anarchist, so that's where he is.
What's the difference between libertarian and anarchist? Well, anarchy is open borders. Libertarianism actually has some level of rule of law, usually based around the Constitution. Like Ron Paul is a constitutionalist, and that's what I consider myself to be, a constitutionalist, libertarian constitutionalist. Anarchy, the Constitution is all statism. So, there's that.
Yeah.
And in terms of MAGA, is Make America Goth Again, not Make America Great Again. This is not it's a MAGA hat technically, but it's not the kind of MAGA hat.
I want to see Make LibbyG great again. Let's make that hat. Let's make that hat. And it'll work because it's LibbyG, not Libertarian. That LibertarianGoth would just take up too much of a hat.
Yeah.
But anyway, for my things, before I get any further, because I don't want people trying to throw me off the board here, okay? For my end of things, when you're on the Rumble side, whether on the YouTube side, if you don't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated, because again, not only is it about being seen more like all content creators do, it's also about having other people on, like the lovely LibbyG or Yarny or Jack Tarled or so many others. Even Lord of the Reed's been on, like so many others in the chat. So it's all about having conversations across the table. I don't care what your perspective is. It's just, let's have a conversation. That's the whole point of it, because we seem to be very divided in our things, and we don't seem to, not all, but some don't seem to be willing to sit down and just converse about whatever. And I can do without having to have any topic at hand. So that's just how good I am. But anyway, any with the engagement factors, much appreciated. Of course, I have a link down below that goes to all my links. There's a Twitter X. I have an email in there. I have my Discord one, but it's mostly just for DMing. You can go there if you'd like to come on and be a guest yourself, like the wonderful LibbyG. Guess what? You can either leave a comment in the comment section down below on either end, or go to the link below and whatever. But I also am going to be adding something new, because of one of the shows I do is called I'll take this off because I don't need to have that anymore. I see all your things. One of the things I do is called Rumble Squared. Now, if people don't know, last Saturday I had a bunch of people on. It was a wonderful time. I don't think any of them are in here though. But regardless, what Rumble Squared is, it's my attempt to do my roundtable attempt at doing ground floor level data collection, which means I'm on the ground floor, sort of like you have a person with a clipboard going out there asking these questions and all that stuff. So I go out there.
Don't ask a federal employee what they do, though. That make them cry.
Well, my questionnaire would not involve them, but if it did and it was by accident, then maybe a little mistiness would tear up their eyes. Like, it'd be like that commercial once where the Indian was crying, fake crying. That was a long time ago. Anyway, but anyway, Rumble Squared is my attempt at ground floor level data taking. And for Rumble, there are a lot of people have different things about it. Obviously understandable, some issues, and this mostly just issues, wish list stuff. But it's my attempt at doing. I've done a survey, so I didn't know before, and I was using Proton Docs to do this. But now I know that the online version, the web online version of WordSuite is free to use, and so in WordSuite they have something called forms. Now, forms, you can do survey, quizzes, all different sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, I used that for the last one, and I did a survey, and of course, combining that with the people I have on for Rebel Square, which is I try to have 7, but somebody fell ill, and so I only got to 6. I'm like, ugh, every time, every time. But anyway, survey is going to be sent out next week. It will be 2. One will be for viewers, and one will be for creators, and they'll be stated as such. But that is going to be my attempt at. And yeah, if there's 2 ways to go about it for me, and I'll end it there. One is that it builds up a gets all this data collection, and it builds up a bridge to be able to talk to the people at Rumble and have a conversation, just be able to have a seat at the table to converse is the ultimate goal. But if that doesn't happen, at least I learn how to do data analysis or stuff like that, and I learned a new skill. So there's 2 ways to win out of that, or as Trump would say, right there, 2 ways to win. So that's what I'm doing. Next week will be 2, one for viewers, one for content creators. They'll be posted where I've been posting, and I hope you'll join me because I had 79, was it 78 people take for the survey, and that was a pretty good number. I wasn't even expecting, like you, wasn't expecting more than maybe a few, and then I got up to that and was like, yes. So, but yes, those will be going out next week. So I hope you'll be looking out for those. But anyway, I'll get past that. I didn't have you on for that. I mean, I could just have you up while I speak, and then it'd be like, oh, pretty lady. No, but I've missed a lot of chats, so we better get 2 before. ANCAP, I don't know what that means. I don't know words. Anarchist is dry, but
Ron Paul has himself said that he is a constitutionalist. If that's considered ANCAP, then sure.
And because it's a bunch of stuff, libertarians flavored lube. I shouldn't know these things, but the internet.
Talking about flossing while you're eating,
Oh, come on. Don't make me ask the question. Don't make me ask the question that will stop you for good. Okay, I don't want to do that. She already knows. As to be closed for borders. Well, okay. Now we're getting to a rebuttal debate. I'm a Carlinite. Okay, I don't even know what a Carlinite is. What is that like? Is that like a stone or something? Like a mineral? That'd be weird. Non-aggression.
It means you follow the teachings of
Carl Sagan?
Officer Carl Winslow.
Dang it! It was close. I see all your things. Oh, please don't. Oh, you probably talking about your website. That's good.
Okay. Thank
don't
you.
cry for me, Argentina. I don't know if he's trying to. That's funny because that reminds me of when that song came out. I think it was a musical or something. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Evita.
Yeah, that was. Oh man, that was like during when Taco Bell had the little. Yeah.
The little chihuahua.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. And I'm like, what does the dog say? Dogs can speak now? What the hell's going on here? I just want more tacos.
You squeeze it and it would say yo quiero Taco Bell. And
yo
when I was a kid,
is it like
squeeze all the time?
Is it asking you like, do you want Taco Bell? Is that what it's basically
yo
saying?
quiero is I want.
Oh, I want Taco Bell.
So he's saying I want Taco Bell.
He said 5x. No, what? 5x what? No. You're talking about the survey thing that Doge did. Yeah. No, you said 5 things. I said 4 times, and then I said go screw yourself the 5th time because I was just being funny that way. If you more, she already has a channel, but I don't think she's using it.
I have one. I can't figure out how to like do the live on Rumble at the same time as YouTube and X. Like I don't know.
What do you use? What do you use for streaming?
I use StreamYard.
Do you use the free version?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say stream version would be like 1, but I think if you go like 1 step up, you can only do 2 at a time. So I think that might be the case. I don't know what you have, to be honest. Means of production. Okay, getting the communism here. Surveys.
We're gonna seize the memes.
The memes. No, you gotta say that like we're gonna seize the memes, like a Minnesotan.
Memes.
You're gonna do it like since you gotta do like Minnesota, like we're gonna seize the memes, and then we're gonna seize the memes. Carpe memum. Anyway. Seize the means of projection. There you go. That's the ticket. That's the ticket right there. voluntarily follow the Constitution, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to catch up. George Carlin, sure. Abe is giving me a weird look, as always. As smart as everyone makes him out to be. Well, that's a personal opinion. It's circling the drain time. That was going to be the original thing to go with the Ninja Turtles, and they said, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. I've adopted his I don't care about the outcome. It's all entertainment mentality. I'm happiest I've ever been in my life. Well, I mean, again, you do make pizza images, so I mean, is that a cat? I heard like a cat. Is that like a pet you have? I heard like some kind of noise.
Mm.
No, I just heard something in the background. I was like, what was that? It was like a cat or something. I never get notified when you go live. Oh, oh, that's not good. Probably when you do no, it's carpe diem. I think it's DEIM, carpe diem. Gonna seize the means of production, don't you know? Yeah, gonna seize the
Yeah.
means of production, don't you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
don't you? The chat's on fire, and I'm all you're just like, yeah, meme magic. Yeah, mime it for meme. It was Libby's pet ostrich. You know what? If she had a pet ostrich, I'd be amazed. Because I don't think you can own a
No,
pet ostrich.
it's
They
probably
do
the
they
TV.
do make some big eggs though, but I mean that is what it is. So how is that going for you, by the way? Just your daily living of for your eating habits and stuff, because I know again that's an ongoing
Yeah, it's going.
mm,
Like my doctor really wanted me to talk to a therapist before our next visit, and I don't think it's gonna happen. But
yeah.
I think that, like, I don't know. I stopped like tracking everything I consume because it makes it worse.
Yeah.
And I still have to talk myself into eating,
Mm-hmm.
which it is kind of weird. I
Yeah.
know. I still have a lot of guilt whenever I
Yeah.
eat anything, even if it's an apple. So I'm not quite there yet with my relationship with food. I am
Yeah.
still very like
Wary.
yeah, and I still get anxiety for stuff. Like I won't eat like regular starchy pasta. It just gives me anxiety, and
Yeah.
yeah. But in some ways, I'm better.
Yeah.
Like I do have like a couple of vices of junk food that are the only things that I will consume junk food wise. Everything
Uh,
else, like I eat like super healthy. Like oatmeal with like unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and I don't eat sugar. I'll have stevia
yeah.
and like vegetables, and that's kind of like almost all what I eat. But like
Mm.
this right here, this is my vice. Swig. It's a kind of like a drink place
Oh.
where that you can get like sodas. It's the dirty soda they call it.
Oh.
Because they'll put either like vanilla cream or coconut cream.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. um. Hmm. Right. Well, uh, that was that was that was wow. I don't even know what happened there, to be honest. Are you okay?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either. You're talking like
Yeah, I
all
was
your
talking,
stuff.
and then it just said like, "Oops, something went wrong. Refresh the page."
Yeah, refresh
Yeah,
the page. Oh
yeah. So
well.
anyway, my vice is like this like a diet Dr Pepper.
Well,
That's my vice.
that's not good
With
for
sugar,
you.
with like sugar free like flavors and stuff. I
That's
get
not good
different
for
every
you.
day. I know it's not.
It.
uh,
I'll give you a
and
better. I'll give you a better drink. Hold on.
But yeah, so the diet Dr Pepper and like the extra hot flaming Cheetos. But
Oh.
see,
Oh.
I will use the excuse to not eat the rest of the day if I have those Cheetos because
Oh
like they're
god.
caloric and they're high in fat. So like I'll eat Cheetos and then I won't eat anything else the rest of the day.
They'll also blow out the rest of your intestines. Good lord.
Oh, they're so good though. I like the pain. I like to suffer. If I'm gonna eat, like I hate eating, but if I have to eat, I want to suffer for it. So I want it like super spicy.
I am not. I, nope. Nope. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do
Do it.
this.
Say it.
No. Oh
Do
well.
it.
First, before that, I wanted to show you. So this is Poppy. right?
Oh, Poppy. I've heard of Poppy. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a better. This is a prebiotic soda if you don't know, but
Yeah.
it's better for you. This one's called uh Doc Doc Pop, and they also have a cherry cola type one or a regular cola one or whatever. So I'm just gonna. This is the Doc Pop. This is the ingredients, right?
Yeah.
Sparkling water, or organic cane sugar, natural
See,
flavors.
I won't drink it because it's got sugar in it though.
Yeah, but
Like
the
I'll take
sugar,
that bad aspartame over sugar.
but
I
this,
just don't make any sense, but
but
calories is what it is.
yeah, but it's like less than 10%.
Mm.
So some of these are even lesser than that. Some of these, like this
Mm.
one's, the total amount is 8%, but some of these are even less than that.
Now
Uh,
they have not it's not trivia. It's I forgot the name of it, but it's a soda made with stevia. I'll drink that one. I love that one.
this one
Um,
has stevia in it too.
but it's got regular sugar, cane sugar. I won't. I won't.
Organ, or it says organic cane sugar.
So it's still cane sugar. I
It's
sugar
got
gives me anxiety.
it got agave in it, if that helps. Agave inulin, organic apple cider vinegar. There you go. Apple juice concentrate, stevia, natural tartaric acid, and natural caffeine. Oh, I didn't know this had caffeine in it. Well, how about that? But they have different flavors. They have like one for like raspberry. They have like a kiwi lemonade one.
Yeah.
Um, Wildberry one is a little, yeah. Stevia is a wonder of a drink. Don't turn a blind eye to it. Bravo. Bravo. I'd give, you know what? I'm just gonna have to give you a gold star for that one because that, no. You know what? I'm not gonna do gold star. That's cheapening the product. Let's do silver. I want to do silver for that one. There you go. Get
Yeah.
a silver. That's a little, get a slow clap deserves a silver.
Yeah.
Um,
I only have about like talking about how hard it is to get me on here. I'll have maybe only about 5 more minutes.
oh man.
Sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
you should, well, you should have said something before because I didn't know you would have, if you wanted to leave early, at least, because I do try to tell people that, like, people say, oh, how long? It's like maybe 1 to 2 hours, and like, but if you have to leave early, you kind of need to say something,
Oh, I
so
know. I'm sorry. Like, well, how late's gonna go? It depends on how late we're gonna go.
yeah.
I
Well,
might be able to make it farther if I know how long. I just don't know how long. How long?
how long? Well, it's almost,
Yeah.
well, if you can only do 5 more minutes, then you can only do 5 more minutes. I'm not gonna push you.
No. I could probably I can push it. I just don't know how long we're going.
Well, I can either go to the 2 hour mark and we can go there, or we can just go another 10 minutes and let that be that. Which do you want?
Well,
Which
it's your show. It's
Well,
your show.
yes, but you're also my guest, and I'm not gonna force you. I mean, technically, you could just turn the camera off. It's like, well, that's the end of the show, I guess.
No. I don't know what happened. It just said like error, like oops,
Oh,
like
application
refresh.
error. Yeah,
Yeah,
if it said
yeah,
application error, yeah, just refresh. Yeah, I've sent that
yeah. I
stuff
had to
in.
refresh it.
Yeah, so
It
don't
was
worry
fine
about
after.
that. Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah,
But no,
it
you're.
wasn't me. It wasn't me. It
No, I
wasn't
know
me.
it's not you. I know it's not you. I know it's not. Don't worry, I've
My hands
experienced.
were on this thing.
Oh, she was like, she.
I can't even see the chat anymore.
What?
I don't know. I can't see the chat.
Oh. Um. Well, there's that. There's that silver star for NC Native right there.
Oh,
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 eh, eh,
oh.
oh. I think you
What
turned
do
off
I
your.
push?
I think you turned off your camera.
I can still hear you though.
Oh.
Oh, it took me to the. Okay.
Technical
I just need to
errors.
stop touching things. I'm sorry.
Phrasing. Okay.
I'm
Gosh.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm sorry. I'm
Another 10
sorry.
hours. No, I look. I may be that good of a man, but I'm gonna get tired out soon, and I got a job tomorrow, so I'm
Oh
not gonna go.
goodness, 10 hours. That was like election night. I was hanging out with the Roma crew on election night, and it
Mm,
was such a long stream. It was definitely worth it because, like I said, it's election night.
mm.
But oh, that was exhausting. So exhausting. I had to go to my chiropractor the next day, and I was like, I was on this stream like for like hours.
Yeah.
And see, I stream on the floor. I'm like
Yeah.
old school PewDiePie, like floor gang. I'm sitting on the
Yeah.
floor right now. Well, actually,
And
this is a
then
floor chair, but
oh, nice. And then he
it's from Japan.
starts. Oh, well, yes, that's good. Um, well, then he got doing like sip, sip, sip.
Sip.
The good old days of PewDiePie. Now
Yeah.
now actually he's living in Japan, and he has a family now. So that's
Yeah.
interesting. Um, but
Happy
yeah,
for
what do
him.
you so talking about earlier about the I know you were joking about the stuff with her Elon, but so talking about that, what do you think about that situation with the newest
With it.
baby mama?
Um,
If any thought at all, to be
I
honest.
I have thoughts. You know,
Okay.
like yeah, I'm human. I'm gonna have my own opinions regardless if I say I don't or not.
Mm,
So the thing about Elon is that he he likes to make babies. He likes babies. He likes women.
yeah, yeah. Those two go
He
in hand.
likes, yeah, and he likes company.
Mm,
He's even said that he doesn't like going to bed alone. He likes company. He likes to
mm,
be with somebody, um, regardless if he's like committed to them or not.
right.
Um, but Ashley St. Clair, like, so I follow Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah.
I have followed Milo like since 2016, and he has the things that he has said and showed about Ashley St. Clair that
Mm-hmm.
she was planning this for a
Mm-hmm.
long time
Mm-hmm.
to try to have one of Elon's babies.
Mm-hmm.
Like forever ago, she was like, "I need to have his rocket babies. Tell me how to like talk to him." Talking to other people who kind of knew Elon that she
Mm-hmm.
knew, and it seems like she really kind of put herself in this situation, and she's kind of going about it in a bad faith because she was going for this for a long time, and now she has one of his babies, but it's almost like she's not understanding, like she's putting her priorities are messed up. I
Yeah.
understand the kid's a priority, and she is putting the kid as a priority. However, Elon is currently handling a lot of things, and he's in a very dangerous situation where he gets a lot of threats, um, and I don't think she's understanding that her uh, shouting and necessity for attention
Mm-hmm.
is not smart for safety reasons. So I really think that she's going about everything in the most unintelligent way, and you know, I think he's kind of being a little bit crappy too, of course, because he's just having these baby mamas, and yeah, granted, he's supporting them, like great at least,
Mm-hmm.
but children need more than just financial support. You know,
Mm-hmm.
children need their parent with them, and he's a busy man.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to have more kids than he has time for. It seems
Mm-hmm.
like so. That's the issue I have with him is that he has an issue with population crisis, and he's kind of
Yeah.
almost taking it into his own hands.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also having more kids than he has time for. So
Yeah. It's it's a situation where obviously it's newsworthy, right? It's newsworthy to talk about because
right,
obviously it's a high person, and of course who's in dealing with government cuts and all
yeah,
this stuff, and then another person who, and for me, it kind of was understandable because there'd be times where you could see that she was getting preferential treatment to some degree. Like she could talk back
yeah.
to, like you could talk back to Elon, and he wasn't going to do anything to you. Was never looking for Elon to be dead, though. Well, that could have been true too, but we're not here to guesstimate what people think. We're not. I'm not a
No,
mind
she
reader.
flat out said, "I want to have his rocket babies, or I need to have his rocket babies." If
Mm,
you look at Milo Yiannopoulos' Twitter account, whatever, he has posted so many receipts on that,
mm,
conversations and texts and everything. You know, she planned this. She planned to have the kid because once you
mm.
have a kid of his, you have him locked.
Ah, man, LibbyG, you just missed that train.
Okay. I think I'm good. In all actuality, I think I'm
Yeah,
good.
which I mean that was I mean sidestepping that point because I mean obviously it's a train wreck anyway,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's not my monkey, not my circus. So why do I give the flipping care?
right.
Um, it's just another celebrity with another baby drama issue. Oh, I mean, what's Nick Cannon at this point? I mean, what about him, right?
It's like he's competing with Nick Cannon.
Hey, you
But
know what?
Elon has more money to be able to afford all these kids and stuff. Nick Cannon's not, you know, he's not poor, but he's not Elon Musk.
Well, my thing is like he preaches like the whole thing with the what not mortality rate. What was it? What does they call
The
that? It was
population issue.
Well, population crisis. Yeah, the population crisis.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, okay, so what is the root problem of why people don't want to get married or get together or whatever? What is the cause of it? Or at least getting close to it. And no one's really come close to trying to answer that, because it's not just one answer. Obviously it's not going to be one
Mm-hmm.
answer. But the issue of it is that the question is still not answered. What causes this thing to happen, right? Well, right
Yeah.
now we live in a day and age where pretty much everything we can want to a degree is at our fingertips. You don't want to go
Right.
out to get something to eat? Guess what? You can Uber it. You
Yeah.
can Grubhub it or whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I
The
don't
age
know.
of convenience.
The age of convenience. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, humanity has built up to that point, right? Like, you might remember when computers used to take up a whole room.
Mm,
Look at that.
yeah. The whole world of information at your fingertips, right there.
Yeah, the point of the matter um, is that that technology can be used as a driver, and then you see, of course, you see people who will use technology to create um, replacement items. I'm pretty sure you've already seen like big talk of like the robots and stuff, right? How they'd be used to use.
Mm,
Men would have their own, and women would have their own, that sort of thing. Technology can be used to create the divide that may also be part of that compartment of creating that population crisis. But then again, what's the incentive now for anyone, right? And you have all these
yeah.
other multivariate issues beyond the scope of, yeah, you could point to family court stuff, yeah, you could point to this, but there's more than
Yeah.
just those few items. It's the whole encircling encumberment around it. And yeah, there's still people doing it, but they're so um, below the scale of supposed what the replacement number is. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the problem of is, again, what is the answer? What is causing the rift? What is causing the problem? Right?
I think we have a lot of mental health crisis issues in this country,
Mm,
and that turns people off on parenthood.
mm,
So, and I think technology actually makes it worse
mm,
because like for instance, there's the whole social media effect
right.
where you see influencers and you just compare it to your life, and you're just the whole like I'm not enough and this and that, and then
Mm,
depression's an issue, and then the way we treat others is an issue because we're so used to technology that whenever we try to interact with each other like on any kind of one-to-one basis, it's not, it doesn't feel as right because we're
mm,
not used to it anymore. We're not used to human interaction as we used to be. So I think it's really taken a toll on our mental health as a species. So with the mental health issues comes people don't want to have any more kids because
mm,
kids is having kids is a very frustrating kind of ordeal. You're
mm,
not, you're dealing with a little human
mm,
that is learning and developing, doesn't have a manual, doesn't have an
mm,
on off switch, uh,
mm,
and it's just it's needing to use that human element that you're not as used to because of the technology nowadays.
mm. Well, that, or you have people who to some retrospect shouldn't be parents, but they have kids anyway. It always seems
Yeah.
always seems to be the one who go for the lowest needs of the totem pole, right? Food, water, and all that stuff. Usually the ones being more reproductive than the ones who are a little on the smarter scale. I mean, well, you could use Elon as an
Yeah.
outlier, but on a
Yeah.
scale, you're going to have more people who are don't don't really care beyond the scope. They're just, monkeys in a zoo. Not like that, but you
Yeah.
get the idea. Um, but yeah, it's not. I know it's not a one answer, but the discussions just aren't happening. It feels like it's just not as happening as much. People want to say, "Well, it's this fault, this fault." No, there's a whole encompassing of
Hmm.
things. It's like a,
Yeah.
it's like a big yarn ball, right? It's multicolored. There's so many different colored pieces of yarn or whatever. You pull
Right.
one, it doesn't unravel it. So you got to keep trying to pull at different
Hmm.
pieces to find out how to, and that's what it is. That's what it
Yeah.
feels like, a big chunk of what that portion is. But yeah, I just found it. So when that stuff did come out, I was like, that's a surprise. And then after a while, I was like, who cares? I mean,
Yeah.
Elon's going to be doing a whole lot of different things, and I think more people are worried about. Oh, we're just finding out now that the fraud that the government we knew about is actually showing itself. That's what more people are
Yep.
worried about.
he's doing good things with Doge. I love Doge. I voted Doge when
Mm,
I voted.
mm,
I really I like how with Doge they're very transparent because Elon, yeah, I'm not saying he can't keep a secret, but he's very transparent of a person when it comes to things um, that kind of interest him like that, and he's
mm,
very open about what they're finding, and I love
mm,
that
mm.
because that's things that we need to know. Like they're keeping so much from us, and the transparency within Doge and how much Doge has exposed and all that they're doing has just been wonderful. I have nothing but great things to say about Doge.
Yeah. It's not like there aren't some people saying out there, well, we knew that was there, but the thing of once it becomes a physicality, right? Well,
Yeah.
when you can't we don't not enough people see it, it's more of like smoke in the air, right? Oh, look,
Mm-hmm.
there's a fire over there, must be a fire, right? The
Yeah.
point of the matter is once it got more physicality and it was being brought up more and more, because I think what they have like 45 Doge employees now or something like
Oh,
that.
I think it's like over 100 now. They started out with like I think 10 or 9 or something,
Yeah.
and then now they're either at 100 or over 100. Like they've like grown their ranks substantially.
That's pretty interesting, and then you see all the that, and the funny thing too is it's led to the transparency to the cabinet members as well, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I think there was something like who was it? Lee Zeldin, I think his name is. Like there was just I think he's in charge of like he's EPA or I don't know what in charge is, but yeah, Lee Zeldin. Yeah, Pete Hegseth out there.
Hegseth,
Yeah,
yeah,
uh, yeah,
he's quite he's
yeah, he's
handsome.
married though. Yeah, he's married though, so you have to calm it down.
That's fine. Hey, I'm all I'm saying is he's a handsome guy. He's a
Uh,
very handsome guy.
mm,
He, he
the
he's he's the head of the secretary of the DOD, the Department of DILF.
can't the thirst is strong in both men and women. There you go.
Oh, I'm putting that on a shirt too, by the way.
Yeah, the
Hegseth
DOD.
Department. Yeah, DOD, Department of DILF.
No, don't. You just put a picture of him and then you put
Yeah,
Department of Delft behind him.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See, I'm helping you give
DOD,
ideas.
Department of
DO,
DILF. I'm gonna make
uh,
it very cheesy with like hearts and like everything
you would.
else. Oh, I
I knew
totally
you
am.
would. I knew you would. You're even though you're a goth, you're a girl at heart. That's for sure.
Oh,
Um,
I was basically in Harajuku all the time whenever I was in Japan. Yeah, but Harajuku has a goth scene too.
well, all it reminds me of is Gwen Stefani. So there's that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know.
What was the one song? I think it was "If I Was a Rich Girl." I think was a song where she had Harajuku girls, where she mentions that, and I'm like, I don't even know what that
Yeah,
means.
I have a friend that's a Harajuku girl.
Harajuku. Okay, well, explain to me, someone who doesn't know very much. What does Harajuku mean?
Harajuku, it's a district within Shinjuku or
Shinjuku,
Shibuya. Is there
Shibuya.
Shinjuku or Shibuya? I don't remember. It's in one of those. It's like a district
Mm-hmm.
within Tokyo Prefecture, the whole Tokyo metro area,
Mm-hmm.
and in the district, it's known for a certain street called Takeshita Street or
Takeshi,
Takeshita Dori.
Takeshidori.
Takeshita
Okay.
is this pedestrian street
Mm-hmm.
that's full of crepe shops like every 10 feet.
Ooh.
And there's a big Daiso there. There is a bunch of like clothing stores. And those little like the cute Lolita dresses that you'll see
Yeah,
like
goth, like gothic Lolita. Yeah.
they have goth Lolita too. But they have like, you know, bright color fashions stores
Mm-hmm.
and things that you think of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like they have a Pom Pom Pudding cafe. Pom Pom Pudding
Ooh.
is like a Sanrio. I think he's Sanrio.
Yeah.
And they have a Pom Pom Pudding cafe. And I think I posted a picture of when I got there one time. I got like
Mm-hmm.
some sort of like rice dish, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like they made Pom Pom Pudding out of rice.
Oh yeah.
And put like an egg yolk on his head
Oh
to make it look like his little beret.
yeah.
Um, so they have things like that. It's basically a street of cute things, and they also have like a dark cute uh, the dark kawaii stuff. Like they
Kawaii.
had, yeah, kawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and then of course just the super bright fashion. So
Yeah.
Harajuku is just like a very fashionable, like really out there district in
Mm,
Tokyo. And I loved it. I was always there all the time.
mm,
Anytime I go out, most of the time I would go to Harajuku.
mm,
And they have crepe shops every 10 feet, and the crepes are good. I had like what's and there also is like a big shrine there in
mm.
Harajuku. There's a indoor mall or whatever kind of thing that
Nice.
I went to, and it's they had a Sailor Moon store.
Ooh.
It was all Sailor Moon, so I went there quite a few times. Um, and yeah, it's just it's what when people think of like the crazy wild fashion Japan, that's Harajuku.
Nice. Interesting. Well, I mean, there's all different sorts. Like I watch some content creators on YouTube, and mostly it deals with the food stuff, right? Like you can go to certain
Mm.
stuff. It's I mean, to be honest, if I had the money, I would definitely go. But unfortunately, there's some bad eggs trying to ruin the foreign to Japan experience more than others,
Oh
and
yeah, I saw that
and
a lot too.
yeah, it's well, and the thing of it is, people were kind of there was a post made that someone was posting signs, and like they're posting signs now in Japan of certain, not all of them, but some of them where they're posting like, if you can't speak Japanese or whatever, you're not welcome here.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's been around for a long time. There are certain bars like izakayas and stuff where if you're not Japanese,
yeah,
you can't go there. Like, and a lot of like if you're trying to move, a lot of landlords will not rent to you if you're not Japanese.
yeah, which is understandable. But I mean, with the recent stuff like the whole Johnny Somali thing and all that stuff, that kind of put a damper
Oh,
on.
that made me
Yeah.
so mad. Well, it's not only that, but it's a culture thing
Mm,
because they know the respect the Japanese culture give to other people's property
yeah,
and in
hospitality. Yeah.
general hospitality, cleanliness. They know their culture and they know that other cultures really like even like regular Americans were just not as clean as they are. Like Americans are known for wearing their shoes in the house, for example, and in
Yeah.
Japan, it's definitely a no-no.
Yeah.
You even have like bathroom shoes, like bathroom shoes are a thing in Japan.
Wow.
So yeah, like bathroom slippers that for just the bathroom. You don't wear them out of the bathroom. You just wear them when you're in the bathroom.
Mm,
So it's a lot of it's culture.
mm,
Because sometimes if it's say a Japanese person with their foreigner spouse or girlfriend ever, they might make an exception because there's at least one Japanese person in the house that can kind of keep things in
mm.
order the way they would
Anyway.
culturally. But that's more or less how it is. It's not always a race thing in
Mm,
Japan. A lot of it is culture, and they understand that cultures are different, and
mm.
they want to keep it, same culture.
I am just so impressed about how many vending machines they have that I'm jealous in my own right.
Yeah.
There was a one video I saw where they had like a 24/7 cafe area, and it was just
Mm.
all vending machine. You could get like sandwiches and stuff like and then there's one place that's well known where it's like just rows and rows and rows of vending machines, old and new and all this other stuff. I'm just like
I miss getting warm drinks out of vending machines. That was one of my favorite things to do. Like I would get like a warm coffee, like canned coffee out of the vending machines
You can
whenever it
get
was cold out.
soup. You can get corn
Yeah.
soup out of
Yeah.
a can in a
Uh-huh.
in a in a machine. The
They call
thing,
it corn pottage.
God, that's right,
That's what they
corn
call it.
pottage. I
Corn
apologize.
pottage.
Corn pottage.
No, no, no. Same thing. It's
Corn.
a soup, but that's just
Uh,
what they call it. Corn
and they've tried
pottage.
to do a few American things like hamburgers and hot dogs and whatnot, but it's
Mm.
just it's just even the restaurants like where it's like I don't know the name of it, but it's like a solo setup, and you can order your food. They have like a curtain here, and you can order your
Mm.
food like a ramen or something like that. And the thing of it is, it'd be
Yeah.
nice if we could have it here, but it's just so much not respect to the stuff. Like to have any of those stuff over here would just be destroyed because
Hmm.
people don't understand. And
People don't have as the same level of respect for the things of others as they do in them.
yeah, which is sort of like it just be like I thought like, oh, let's do the vending machines. And like, well, then you
Hmm.
got hobos, then you got homeless people, and then people on drugs, and then it's at a certain point, it's like the place would just be ruined, depending on what neighborhood you're
Yeah.
in. But there,
Well,
go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
No, I just want to say though that there is something that a company, um, I can't remember what it is, but the whole thing is like they're just rows and rows of crane machines, like
Yeah.
crane games.
Oh yeah.
They do have some of those that kind of company here. I can't remember what they're called.
Let's see if
One
I have anything I've gotten of any under the cranes in this room. I don't think I do.
I can't remember. It's like something one, but anyway, it was just rows and rows of crane. And so that company has brought some stores over here. I don't know how good they run, but I've seen some of those videos where you just get like you can get a big prize in it, but they
Yeah.
have it such a these weird machines. You have to kind of flip it up and get it off. Or I'm just like, well, there goes the majority of my money. But
Oh, I was a master at some of those claw machines. I have so many Dragon Ball figures that I got from those vending machines or those little claw machines. Yeah.
and every time she won, she said, "Yay!"
Yatta!
It that well, and that's the funny thing too is like I know that well enough because Heroes, right? Do you remember the TV show Heroes?
Vaguely.
It was the title line was save the cheerleader, save the world. That was the title,
I don't
the
remember.
tagline. But it had Hayden Panettiere in it and a bunch of
Oh,
others.
okay, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that now.
that they had
Okay.
two Japanese guys who I think one of them was miso or something like that. And at when he would do something that was a success for him, right? You know, was his
Yeah,
time traveling powers,
yatta!
yatta, and all that stuff. It
Yeah.
was like, man, this is not going to work out well for him in the future.
You know, I cheered a guy on at a like I was out with some friends there, like American friends,
mm,
and we were at this arcade, and I was
mm,
cheering this Japanese guy on. He's probably about I don't know, like in his 30s or so,
yeah,
and I was cheering him on, and because he was like about to win this slow poke, uh, and as soon as he won, I was like, "Get that!"
yatta,
You know, I clapped for him, and then he gets it out of the thing after he wins it, and then he does this and holds it out to me, and I'm like, and then I like, so I took it, and I'm like, "Arigatou gozaimasu," and then
huh?
he takes off running out of the arcade.
Yeah,
I was like, that was sweet.
yeah.
So he gave it to me. I was like, wow, okay.
He
So
said,
somewhere in my house I have like this huge stuffed slowpoke that some like
slow,
sweet Japanese guy gave me, and
bro.
it was just so cute how he did it because he held it out like this.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of different things like your like a business card, like a business card you post like Chris Abroad. I can't remember the channel name, but Chris Abroad, he'll talk about some of the stuff like 10 things you don't do or whatever. And disappeared into another point in space and time. Hiro Nakamura. That's right. That's that's who it was. Um, and then but again it's just the food part is what gets me. I'm just like I want to go to try ramen and other stuff, but it's like it's so expensive to
It
go.
will ruin ramen for you in the States. I cannot find ramen here in this country that is nearly that can hold a candle to what I had in Japan. Um, the best, my personal favorite, is spicy shoyu ramen.
Show
Shoyu
you.
is just soy sauce flavor,
Show
but
you.
there's this certain ramen ya that I used to go to,
Mm.
and they had thicker noodles than normal ramen.
Like soba.
But what? But no, not like
Mm.
soba. Soba's kind of more like wheat-ish kind of. But
Pardon the pan, yeah.
it wasn't thick enough to be udon either. But it was just thick ramen,
Yeah.
and then it was a spicy shoyu, and it was the best thing ever. And then like they also gave free rice. You can get
Ooh.
free rice from like this huge like rice maker they had set up. You just get a bowl and you get there and put rice in there. So
Mm-hmm.
I would after I'd finish my noodles, I'd just dump the rice in the broth and just eat
Ah,
it with the spoon like a soup with the rice, and it was like the best thing ever. Especially if
food.
it was like raining and cold outside, like that ramen would just hit the spot. It was so good. And
Uh,
the chashu, and I would get extra nori,
mm,
and then like they would give you like a regular
mm,
ramen egg, and then they
mm,
would give you a quail egg. I wouldn't eat the quail egg. I don't like the consistency of it. So
yeah,
that'd be the only thing I left behind in my bowl would be the
yeah.
quail egg. But yeah, just hammer it down with that rice at the end with the broth. Oh,
The
best thing
thing,
ever.
the thing that of all that stuff though is I'm not much of the raw stuff, and I know they do eat a lot of stuff that is raw, like raw egg or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
but
like
I never ate fish when I was there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was like I'd see like a sushi place where they have like the
Mm-hmm.
all you can eat sushi and all that trolley stuff. Like there's one
Yeah.
where if you get enough plates, you can play a game with it or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
um, and all that stuff. But it's just it wanted to experience something new, especially when she makes pizza. There was actually a vending machine that makes pizza. I saw that. I was like,
That
yes.
makes it.
Yeah, they made there was a one of the like I think there was a channel called Dancing Bacons. They actually went to this somewhere. It was just this vending machine of pizza. You get to pick different I think
Huh.
they're like pre-made pizzas, so they would just cook them, but you could
Oh.
pick from different ones. But it was still like it heated in there, all that stuff, and I'm just like, God dang it. But no, maybe one day. But it's still just expensive to travel like 16 hours to Japan, and then the best
Yeah.
optimal is to do like at least either a week or week and a half to that extent because there's
Yeah,
just not.
you gotta stay a week minimum because you had to also adjust yourself to the time change.
Yeah, which is like
So
12. It's 12 right now. It'll be about, it's morning for them, so it's probably a little over
oh, I
12
have the
hours.
time in my phone since I have friends there still.
Yeah,
I have the time. It is in Tokyo. It is now 10:54 a.m.
so it's about not 12, it's about 14 hours ahead.
It's 15 hours ahead for me though.
Oh, 15 hours ahead? Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, you're in Texas and I'm in
Hmm.
Indiana, so
Yeah.
that's the difference. Um, I had ramen noodle. I had ramen noodles with eggs and broth for dinner, then air fried vegetable spring rolls and crispy
Oh,
spicy chicken.
nice.
Oh man, now you're making me hungry. Top of 'em. I will tell you this though. So on YouTube, because we're getting close to closing, on YouTube they actually have the original episodes of Iron Chef.
Oh,
Yeah, and you
where
could
he eats that, where he bites by the onion, the bell pepper or something.
well, that too, but it's the original Iron Chef where they do dub in. They do dub in stuff, but I was a big I'm a big fan of the anime manga food no yo
Shokugeki no Soma.
yes, Shokugeki no
Yes.
Soma.
Oh, I love Soma.
Dancing Bacons, yes, Dancing Bacons are no, it's just they go well, they go to China and Singapore and all this stuff too. Like they went to IKEA in Singapore. I went to an IKEA, so I went to IKEA in Ohio. It was 2 floors. Never been there before, and I was mostly there for the restaurant.
Wow.
It's the best. It was the best experience ever. I'm like I'm probably gonna be out like $50, but I'm like thank you, Lord. No, but no, Shokugeki no Soma. Um, and I I wonder if that's what inspired it because again it's a food war. Basically in our translate it's
Yeah.
food war. And for me it was just like sitting there watching the episode of Iron Chef and it's like it's not as fanciful and how they do it because for Iron Chef they have like a master chef for culinary where it's just people battling people, which I'd rather have. Like you have Bobby Flay go up against a homemaker. I mean, and there was one of the episodes of Iron Chef. They did have a homemaker where she was very well known. This is like '90s, so I don't think she's alive anymore. But she was a very well known homemaker. She made a lot of money from different recipe books and whatnot. She went in there against an Iron Chef. I don't remember if she won or not, but it's like you had people like that. And for me, for the best part of Shokugeki no Soma is that anyone who has a love of cooking can do that.
Hmm.
And I'd rather see something like that. It'd be great if you could have it in America, like call it Food Wars, but I'm pretty sure it'd be like copyright license stuff and all that.
Hmm.
Whatever.
Well, they have like those competitions. Like I watch them like during the holidays, like baking competitions. So they have something kind of like it, but it's not like more like a competition as in
I,
like each thing is like head to head. It's
yeah,
more like everybody makes something and then the judges judge
I need that Food War. I need
it.
Shokugeki. Um,
Yeah.
because it's like with the Iron Chef. The Iron Chef is great. I mean, the show itself is great, but the Iron Chef is sort of like the name of it is sort of like you give it
Yeah.
there were used to what kids who used to be like food fights, right? You'd see
Hmm.
those movies of food fights. Food War. That's like that has some oomph to it. Like there's a battle with
Yeah.
food, and you can get something out of it. And all this stuff. I do. Tommy and Jaime, we're currently watching these Sakamoto Days and Solo Leveling. Not seen both. The place I would go to watch anime closed down because it was one of
Oh.
those sites. So yeah,
Oh.
Yeah. So no, not that kind of site. It was an off site for all the anime collected. There was actually one called it was a food one. It was called Izuyaka, Japanese food from another world. It's not the whole title, but and you'd have like this. So what happens? You have this short episode of an animation, and they do like this food, like odon or something like that, or karage. I need to try karage or something like that, and
Karaage is
the double fried chicken.
Yes. Oh,
Double.
it's so good. You got to squeeze lemon on it. You squeeze the lemon on the karaage.
Yeah.
Oh. And I think you use like this sauce. I'm not sure if it's ponzu sauce they give you. I think it is ponzu.
Ponzu, yeah.
But you squeeze the lemon on it, and then you dip in the ponzu. And
yeah.
Best stuff ever.
And the funny thing is at the very end of the animation, whatever the food was in that animation, the anime, there would be an actual guy who go to a restaurant in Japan and eat the food that was in the episode. Or you have an episode where there'd be a guy cooking the food. It wasn't very much, but it'd be like this guy, older gentleman, photographer, all this stuff. He'd go out there and just go to these different restaurants, and they would show like an address, a number, and all that. Oh, God, I gotta Izu Japanese. I know Japanese from Japanese food from another world. Food from another world. I'm almost done. From another world. Wolf. I did that wrong. There we go. Got it. Okay, here we go. This is the name of it. This is the name of it. Oh, give me 1 second. Here we go. Isekai Izayaki Nobu. That was the name of it. Now they did have animes of it, but this is just describing. This is the manga, which I didn't know there's manga, but the anime. Where is it? The anime. Here you go. An adaptation of the light novel series was announced in 2016, and that original animation ONA is produced by Sunrise, which also produced Code Geass, for those who don't know. The ending theme is Prosit by musical trio Klomben. Is streaming the series. Okay. Scripts. But at the end of it, they would have a gentleman go out. Okay. Yeah. So that's the drama. But yeah, at the end of the episode, they have someone go out. So potatoes and odon, juicy karage, rich girl in impossible order, all that stuff. They'd have that person go to a restaurant, and it was just mind-boggling. But yeah, Isekai Izakaya. So if you ever want to look that up for yourself, it's there. But anyway, we are coming to the end of the show because I know. Oh, you look very haunting like that. Like I'm coming to tell you a scary story.
I had to plug the iPad in.
Okay, but anyway, food talk is scary. Well, yes, it's too, but you can't help yourself because it's food you may never get to have. But anyway,
although I've had a lot of it.
God, I had to throw that out there. Even I don't get to.
I had to dig it in a little bit.
I don't get to try the vending machines, and that's the experience itself. And even someone was showing like going to the restaurants at an airport. I was like, dang it.
Yep.
I'm
the
poor
last thing
for
I had
this.
in Japan was a teriyaki burger from the McDonald's at the airport.
Oh. I can't do this anymore. Anyway, it's the end of the show. Of course, as before, we'll do our promotional stuff, and then we'll go on from there and a few things. Hey, Bob. So go ahead, Miss LibbyG, break it down for us. What it is.
Okay, that self promo time, right?
Word.
LibertarianGoth.com. Please finance my caffeine addiction by buying my merch. You get cool merch. You can get a calendar with my mug on it, or you can get a real mug.
Yeah. With her mug on it.
Yeah. Maybe I should put myself on a mug. Say a mug with my mug.
There you go.
Yeah. Buy my stuff so I can buy a better laptop than this thing here.
That's something
stream better.
That's something you do like Office Space. You take it out with a bat and just kind of beat it up.
It's not at that point yet. Okay. But there's so that. There's also my X at
Mm-hmm.
LibertarianGoth. It's a
Mm-hmm.
zero at the O of Goth.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also on YouTube, is just Libertarian Goth. For my newest stream that is never consistent at the timing, it's just whenever I can,
Yeah.
called The Alternative Sovereign, where I
Mm-hmm.
discuss liberty, politics, uh, things that are happening, and alternative culture. Um, kind of throw some bits in there. So, yeah, that's my little stream I got going on. It's a new thing.
Yes, and all her links are well, not all her links. I'll get your website one in, but her links are down below. You can click on them; they'll go direct to her stuff. And she's she may be a good looker, but she's feisty when she wants to be. She will backhand you like the day you were born. So be careful, because she knows how to work it.
Respectfully, respectfully,
Respectfully.
yeah.
Yeah, respectfully. Well, she'll do like a tap first to make sure you're not fragile, and then she'll really give it a will go. I have tried to be on my best behavior, but there are days she gives me a look. But anyway, for my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side, whether you're on the YouTube side, doesn't matter which side you're on. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leave a comment or a follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated. Because again, yes, there is a part about being seen more, but it's also about having people on like LibbyG, Word Up, and Jack Tarlad, and Abe, and Wandering Clown, and so many other people. Because I do this thing, which is about talking to people across the way. I've had people who are military or former military. I've had people who have amazing talents, and people who never thought they could have a conversation before, didn't think they could, and they come on and they can. And it's just about, again, reaching across people across the table, just like you were once with your family having conversations at a table, or with a friend at like an old-fashioned diner, just talking about whatever. That's what Darachat is. And of course my other ones too. Well, not Rumble Squared, but anyway, the point of the matter is that any help with the engagement factor is much appreciated, of course. My links are down below, just like LibbyG's. You can find me at Twitter X. You can find me at get my email in there, and of course I have a link to like my Discord, but it's mostly just DMing because some people communicate through there too. So any help, any looking down there, if you like to take up the opportunity, come on. Guess what? There's a comment section down below, or you can go to that link and find me at my places, and we'll go from there. But again, next week, I will be putting out a early survey for the Rumble Squared stuff that will be data collecting for about 2 weeks. And then that will go into Rumble Squared on the 29th, which will be discussed over a bit. And it's just my attempt at doing ground floor level data collection on the issues and wish list stuff that people have that use Rumble or whatever. Because it can get better, but sometimes you just need a bunch of voices and data to show that there's some things that are being missed. So that's why I do it. But anyway, thank you all so much. Again, any help with engagement factor, link down below. I appreciate you all. And of course, tomorrow, can I request disrespectfully? No, you cannot, young man. No, you cannot. I think I need discipline. No, 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 no. The only discipline you're going to get is a timeout. And don't make me time you out, young man. Tomorrow is a solo stream. Obviously, there are times where just can't get anyone or all that stuff. And sometimes it's best just to do an old solo stream because you don't get me very often. I mean, you get me often, but not like that. But anyway, so it'll be a solo stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So look forward to my wonderful face, and we'll have a fun time doing whatever. I mean, not as wonderful as LibbyG's, but to be honest,
Oh,
I'm not a
thank
woman,
you.
so I can't. I'm not going to compete with that. So I have a beard though, so that might be something. I don't know. Do you
Yeah,
like
I
scrub?
shaved mine.
Well, it is true that some women do have some facial hair, but it's mostly like right up here. So, um,
Yeah.
but but no, yeah. Do you like scruff? Do you like scruff there, LibbyG, or do you hate it?
I think men with beards are very handsome.
Oh
I
well,
like that beards are coming back in politics, personally.
well, we all want to look like old beard grade Stevens over there, trying to, do the right thing. But yes, it's true. But anyway, tomorrow 7 p.m. Eastern, solo stream. But hey, Wicca, how are you doing? Well, Wicca, you just came at the end. We're now leaving. We're not leaving now, so you can enjoy us leaving out the show. But anyway, so I don't think I did this with you when you were here last time, but I have something new. It's called Questions from a Hat. I bought a hat from Rumble, and there were some questions in it. So there are questions that anyone can answer, although sometimes they can be a little mind tripper. So you're like, how do I best answer that? So what happens is one, my guest, you, get 2 freebies, right? You get 2 freebie questions from Hat. Now,
Okay.
obviously, not monetized on YouTube. So anyone on the YouTube side can't help you. It's just I'm just not there to be monetized. However, I am monetized on the Rumble side. So if you want another question pulled out of the hat, all you have to do is give a rant. Doesn't matter the amount. I'm fine with $1. That's okay. The highest number of questions pulled out of the hat has been 22 total so far. All right. Oh, I rolled 20 because the 2 were free, but I'm going to count it all. 22 altogether. So 22 is the highest amount of questions that have been pulled from the hat, and I have not gone through this hat yet, and I've gotten better questions or made sure they're not duplicates, so I apologize. So let's start with the first question first. Let's see if LibbyG gets tripped up or she slams the floor. Which one is this? This one's an easy one. We'll start with easy. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
That's for me to answer?
Yes, it's for you to answer.
Oh. I am absolutely not a morning person.
Mm.
I am a complete night owl. No, that sounds almost stereotypical, but I don't like early mornings. No.
You don't like? Well, you just like the alarm clock. Like wake up, and like
Yeah, I try to find excuses to stay in bed. Like, it's so warm.
No, I wish I could, but then my job says if you don't come into work.
Yeah.
So all right. She's goth, so wouldn't that make her a night person? Well, you can't always assume that, though. You can't always assume the goth people are morning people.
I am, but...
Yes. She's an exception to the rule, okay?
I am a stereotype in many ways, though.
Yeah, well, okay. You're a Latino goth girl who's a libertarian. I mean, at this point, there are so many adjectives to your name. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, I don't know if you want to answer this one or not.
Ask.
The question is, what is your favorite curse word?
I would probably say the F word.
The bundle of 6 one, huh?
No, not that one. No.
Oh. Well, you can say the other one then.
Okay, can I say it? I don't want to get you demonetized.
No, I'm not monetized, so what's the point?
Oh.
I'm not even monetized.
Okay, fuck is my favorite word. I hit my toe on something. Fuck, like I dropped something. Fuck. It's like just that's my favorite word.
It has its multi uses. There's the when you get hurt, when you get angry, and then the other one.
Yeah. You make a whole sentence of the word "fuck the fucking fuckers," and it makes complete sense.
It has so many meanings. That's true. Although most of the time, nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, that is the end of the show. I know. Be sad. I want to just. Nope. Never mind. All right. Anyway, that is the end of the show. And of course, as always, thank you all for being here. You did it. You know what? You're no help. You're no help. All right. You try to throw that stuff at me once in a while, young lady. She's all right. I've had work on before. What? You leaving already? You leaving already? Such a potty mouth. Hey, you know what? At least I don't poop out with it. All right. That's a South Park episode right there. But anyway. They eat through their butt and it comes out their mouth. Anyway, that is the end of the show. And of course, thank you all. You'll be on next week. I'm looking forward to it, Wicca. It just like LibbyG's name is sort of rappy, so is Wicca's. Wicca. Sort of like that. But anyway, that is the end of the show. And of course, thank you all for coming. And of course, thank you, even you, Wicca, when you're at the very end of it. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you all being here. And of course, thank you again, LibbyG. I know it's a rough road to try to get you on, but it is much worth it for having you on. So I'm grateful for that. So
thank you for having me on.
Oh yeah. Anytime, as long as I'm able to as long as we're able to make it work out, we'll go for it. You're always welcome to come back. So it's always nice to see your face and see you doing well. So keep up the great work, especially for your eating stuff, and know that even though it's hard, it's nice to have you around alive. So there's the good part.
Thank you.
But anyway, that is the initial, and of course, again, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, solo stream. I may look goofy and it may sound it too. Oh gosh. But no, you don't want to do that. I actually got complimented on my Mickey Mouse voice, which is not that great. But oh my gosh, I think we're gonna have it in this. But but anyway, yes, tomorrow 7 p.m. Eastern, and of course, as always, oops, I pressed the wrong button. Of course, as always, I end the show with. I gotta find it first. Okay, there we go. I end the show with One Day With You by Pogo. And of course, don't forget to mute yourself on your end so it doesn't bleed through.
Okay.
But anyway, One Day With You by Pogo. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow with this lovely face at 7 p.m. Eastern. Bye, guys.
Bye.